That's what I'm talking about. Welcome, everybody. Good evening, Arvanauts. Welcome to a Thursday stream. It is Thursday, February 18th. It's about 8:55 p.m. Eastern, and I hope everyone is looking forward to what I think is going to be an awesome, at least I hope is going to be an awesome session today of the amazing Arvocalists with this game, with NeoCab, a brand new game for the Arvocalists, a noir taxi driving visual novel thing stuff business. This is based on a couple of recommendations that I got, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to hear the crew take on something new and a little bit different from some of the Paper Mario / Apollo Justice stuff that we have done in the past. So before we get any further, I do want to let everyone know, first of all, thank everyone for being here, reiterate what Lone Wolf just said, and say that I hope that everything is okay, Shadowed, and please, I'm glad you are getting things checked out and everything. But I just had another friend of mine who had reported, who came down with COVID and was dealing with that. So it's still very, rough situation out there. So I hope everything's okay, man. And I hope you're doing okay. And I hope everyone is doing okay and are looking forward to the stream tonight. If you haven't already done so, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube, which is !ArvTube. Please sub to me over there as well. I'm trying to build that up to 1,000 subscribers if I can, for a variety of reasons, but mostly involving the fact that it'll give me a safe haven if anything were ever to happen to Twitch in the future, though I hope it won't. I am happy with this community. Obviously, with you folks are not the question. I'm happy with the Twitch ecosystem in general, but just to be on the safe side, and so that would be much appreciated. It's free for you, but it would definitely help the channel out if you could do that. !ArvCord is the Discord channel where you could hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. !ArvTweets is my Twitter, where I always tweet when I'm going live and such. And of course, Kobold Press. I wonder who has got control of Kobold Press. And then in addition to that, we also have, of course, the website, which is newly fixed thanks to the amazing work of @Craigery. So it is now looking pretty good, and it's going to be getting more refinements and stuff over time. But I'm very happy that we got the website back up and functional. That's going to happen with other websites of mine as well, thanks to the same wonderful person. And that is, of course, arvanelleron.com. Financially, Arv Shop is the merchandise area where you can get Infinity Beyond stuff, Adventures of Middle Earth stuff, and soon to be Esper Genesis stuff as well. Helps both you and the channel. Also helping both you and the channel is the Patreon, !ArvTreon, which is the awesome thing you see down there at the bottom right. 21 patrons, $2.43 per month. This is the thing that is going to go back directly, that goes directly back into the channel. It's money that I use to fund my people, like, for example, paying my voice artists. I was just talking to them about trying to increase the pay to the Arvocalists and stuff like that. And of course, a variety of other things that it supports on this channel and other aspects of my writing as well. And it also gets use cool stuff, including custom sub badges, not sub badges, custom character background written for you, custom epic poem written for you, and all that kind of good stuff, plus copy of one of my band's albums. There's just many things available, and inspirations, of course, to help the players in my various tabletop campaigns. And of course, that sub button where you can get custom sub badges and emotes and stuff like that, and that as well can give you inspirations also, so please consider subbing to the channel, because that would be lovely as well. Last but certainly not least, on the publishing side, !Icarus. I saw that Garlic Tofu was in here. That is from Athos Arts. More details coming about Athos Arts. I'm actually extremely pleased because not only is Icarus, we got a couple of retweets of people reading Icarus that I was very excited by and all that, but not only is that moving forward and potentially future plans for that as well, but also Athos is likely to be involved in something else that you're going to hear about on this channel in fairly short order, he said mysteriously. Library is Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. Same old, same old. It's available in digital. It's been available in digital. The print has been done for months and months, and it is sitting in customs where it has been for weeks and weeks on the US side. And as soon as it gets out, it will get distributed, thank goodness, and it'll get out there. And this is something which is affecting everybody and not just us, but man, I really, I really would like to get these books out so I can actually have it in my hands, please. But anyway, so that's the deal with that. exclamation point, let's see, library for that, and exclamation point Greyshade KS. I've had some very good conversations about that, and it looks like that is on track to be launching in mid-March. I will have more that I'll be able to talk about that within the next couple of game streams, I would think. I'll be able to talk quite a bit more about different things happening with that, and with different people that are associated with it, and about how the rollout's going to look like and all that. Again, it's a big project for me, and there's a lot that I have riding on it, and it's just a project I'm proud of, and a lot of good people that I consider friends and that just are very, very good at what they do are invested in this too, and so very excited to share that with all of you, which I will be doing, as I say, very soon. That is set to launch in mid-March. March 16th is our current target date for launch. Finally, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, continues to be important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives, and exclamation point Help Now, which is the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. That is also important too. Last thing that I want to note is just a quick note that my thoughts are with those in Texas who are suffering. A good friend of mine in the author community, Martha Wells, had a really frankly terrifying tweet a day ago or so, where she was talking about basically being under blankets in coat and hat and like huddled in the so-called warmest room of the house and like trying to drink some tea and being so cold that she couldn't even think properly. And I was just like, I'm not going to get into politics right now. All I want to say is the misery that is being inflicted upon people while certain other people go jetting off to Mexico, that, my friends, is the epitome of one of the modern political parties in this country. And so I'm very sorry that has happened. I hope that the temperatures warm up for you folks. I have lived through a lot of very cold temperatures in my life, but I've lived most of my life in the Northeast, where we expect it and are winterized and ready for it, not in Texas, where you don't expect to have this kind of stuff. So I hope that everyone is able to hang in there who is down in that area or has family down there. And yes, my thoughts are with all of you. And I hope things clear up coming in the very near future. That said, it is time for us to get started on the game today. So I'm going to unmute myself so the lovely people know that we are ready to go. And then I am going to unmute them so that they can be heard, which is kind of important for a voice acting stream. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to move over to dun, 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 dun. There we are.
You think this is the real Quaid? It is.
Okay.
Sorry,
that was impressive. Most impressive.
We were talking. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Never mind what we were doing. Okay. It is.
No, it's the green room.
Well, yeah,
there's no sense in the green room.
Stays in the green room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know. I never know what to expect when I get over there. So you see the amazing full crew assembled, ready to take on this new.
But if you hear
game.
Heavy breathing tonight,
it's Rob's fault.
It's Dot's fault. Damn it!
It's someone's fault. I think that's what I got going on. So we've got this game. So I'm going to, as always, let these fine folks go through, and I will introduce them. As I do so, it would be great if they could mention if they have played of or heard of this game before tonight as we go through, because I'm curious to hear. Because I want to tell you, the first person I'm going to introduce coming in today, she's like, oh, I'm just dressed really casual for this. Oh, this is just something I threw on. Now, I ask you, chat, look at what you see on stream. Look at how the taxi driver is driven. Now look at Dot and tell me like, oh, whoops, I just accidentally dressed exactly like the main character of the game that I'm going to be voicing. How could this possibly...
That is not how it went down. I think my actual quote was... I'm really chill today. I'm wearing my Fraggle Rock t-shirt and pajama bottoms. So, in actuality,
right, Lone Wolf?
Also,
sus.
sus. Georgia, since going blue, has become a dystopian cyberpunk future where you drive cabs above the ground.
Is that how that works? I thought it was just that
exactly,
they become a purple state heading towards blue, so that all fits.
That's the only color that's allowed now.
In all seriousness,
lighting-wise, it all has to be blue and purple lights.
That is true. It is wonderful to have Dot with us. Dot, how are you doing in all seriousness? And how is your incredibly busy life right now and all that? And
well, Arv, guess what? It is incredibly busy, but I'm really excited to be here. Dot. I'm a person who plays games, a lot of games. I'm a person that plays games.
I'm a person that plays games. Do you want
I'm a
to
person
chat
that
up?
plays games.
Do you want to chat up?
I am a
who you
human
are.
being. I am not a construct. I am not a program. This is not the grid.
Do you
Give your
want
most
to chat
autistic
up?
answer possible.
Exactly, yeah. Do you want to
Chat
chat
up.
up very quickly Kobold Press's Shard tabletop Kickstarter thing that
Oh,
Kobold
hot
Press is
dog,
involved
sure.
Because I just saw it.
Not
so.
only am I a human, I also am a human that represents Cobalt Press and their Twitch biz, and we are in the midst of a massive Kickstarter that has been super duper successful for us called The Vault of Magic. It is a massive book, tome, one might even say, with like 800 magical items in it.
Which is doing super well. And also, aren't you involved in the
800?
in the Shard?
800.
Aren't you connected as well with the Shard tabletop Kickstarter
Oh yes,
that I saw?
yes. Kobold Press is providing original content to the
Okay.
Shard
I
platform.
thought I saw
so
that.
you can also get like a lot of our like extra class builds and like subclass builds and things like that. They're going to be making some custom and new content for the Shard. So if you buy in, yes. So basically, if you get Shard, you also get some new Kobold Press stuff built into the platform.
Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah.
All kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, Dot has been doing amazing stuff as always. And Dot will hopefully, when we're hoping that we'll be able to eventually return back to Tuesdays down the line. But in the meantime, we were like, we do not want to lose Dot from, we want her involved as much as we can get her. So we have been able to move things around so that you get to see her on Thursday. So, but I'm very glad to have Dot with us as always, and also very happy to have Rob with us as always. Rob, who is eating and getting ready. Rob, who also looks the part. I feel like
That was
everyone
good
today
timing.
is vibing with the feel of this game. I'm digging it. Rob, how are you doing, my friend? How are you feeling? And how? It's
I
like
am
for
the
you and all that.
NeoCab Miami call center dispatcher.
Yeah, that's basically it.
And Florida man has arrived.
What do you mean you need a limo? I cannot give you a limo. You want a limo right now?
Look, I can give you a car. It's a simple car. It flies. It gets you to where you're going. It's possible it will show up on time, but who can say?
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't ask. Dot, have you played NeoCab or?
Oh no, I suggested the.
You did suggest it. You did suggest it. Rob, have you played NeoCab or seen any of it?
No,
'Cause
but
know
I
you've done
have.
other
I
cab
have
games.
played Cloudpunk,
That's what I was
which
gonna
is
ask,
in a similar. It's not a. I mean, it's a completely different kind of game, but it's it has the same color scheme. So I guess that
That's true.
if there isn't
That's fake.
an overwhelming abundance of purple and blue in your game, it is not in a cyberpunk universe. That is just how that goes. In fact, I need to adjust my hue right now
To make it more
because
purple. Yeah.
it's just
There
how
it
it has
is.
to be.
Yeah. Look at that flex.
Oh,
Oh, look. Whoops. Purple. Yep.
Rob.
I
this is
am
up your
GC
alley.
Darkside Rob. I cast on Twitch TV. I make music. I cast on Twitch TV, and I sleep occasionally, if I feel so inclined or declined when I fall over and I sleep. Sometimes I sleep sitting up too. It depends on how long the cast goes.
healthy,
Come
though.
find out and see how that see how that story ends. No, but seriously, twitch.tv /GC Darkside Rob. Working on a lot of things right now: music, voice acting, editing stuff on YouTube, stuff on Instagram. Follow my YouTube channel and Instagram to see what I'm doing, and follow my Twitter because I post stuff there of varying. Well, you'll find out. So, yes, so I have played games like this, and I'm excited to see this one because I've heard good things about it, but I don't really know much about it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I think it's more graphic novel-y than like Cloudpunk. It had more gameplay involved in it, and I believe this one is kind of in that same like cab delivery kind of vein, but more of a book narrative graphic novel thing.
Yeah, and there's a mystery associated with it, I believe. Thank you, Doc. There's a mystery associated with it as well, and also won a award for a new best new game, indie game thing. I think it was Chance Agency, I believe, is the developer. of the game. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Mrs. Dunsel says that she played a bit of the demo, so cool. Thank you, Rob. I'm looking forward to hearing how the.
I think it's also just cool to like highlight some. I think it's just highlight to cool. I think it's cool to highlight some indie games as well. I was tweeting earlier today. I've been verbal dyslexic all day. I've been wixing up my merds all. It's just
that's
ridiculous.
Good prep for the show.
But yeah. It's really,
that's
let me tell you, when you have to do it live in the moment. Yeah. I'm losing my liquibrium. What is it? I think it's it's about like 3 people maybe who got that reference. What is the Team Rocket we're blasting off again?
Oh my God!
From Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I'm like anyway. Yeah, I think it's good to highlight some indie games as well, because I was saying on Twitter today, like we've been playing games from one of the biggest publisher developers on the planet, Nintendo. It's nice to put something up here and bring something on Twitter that is, smaller development teams with smaller budgets and giving them their due.
Agree. I am very excited for that. Thank you, Sticker Glue, for the host. I appreciate it, man. So thank you, Rob. Always a pleasure. Also a pleasure always to have Zach with us. And of course, this is Mr. Zach Clay, who I had a chance to watch playing a little bit last night in the Cyberpunk game over on Unmade Gaming's channel, and Zach showing off the role-playing skills. And then I got to see my daughter, who plays in a game with Zach, was sending questions about DMing because he has inspired her in that regard. And so there's that. And then there's like music that Zach does. And so he just does a million things, is my point. Like he's a Renaissance man.
The devil.
And
someone just popped in your back door.
What? Someone popped in? What? Hello? What? Where? Who? Hi.
Little rogue.
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, we're moving.
Neocab becomes home invasion live cam.
Exactly. It's Zach Clay. Zach, how are you doing? How's life in the universe with you, sir?
I'm doing good. Working on this and that. I'm just like Dot. I'm a guy who does stuff on the internet and also stuff not on the internet. Been playing some games, developing some stuff, working on a lot of D&D things, this and that. Just combining all of my various weird talents into something that works. And tonight, I'm excited to see this game. I don't have any knowledge of this. Maybe I've seen like a screenshot of the driver and then someone in the backseat and like text, but I don't remember what it said. And it was a screenshot of the game. So
pretty much same. Yeah.
Going in blind, pretty much.
Good stuff, man.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to hear how it goes. And excited to have Zach with us. And also when Zach will be with us tomorrow night for Esper Genesis, as I have new info from the horse's mouth from Rich Lescouflair, who's the designer of the game, that will be helpful.
Rich is a horse?
Filling out areas. Yes, you will be meeting a space horse that will be threatening to consume the galaxy. No,
challenge rating 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Demogorgon level space horse.
So I decided to saddle you with that monster. And as you all grapple with that pun, I'm going to move right on to Russ.
Rein yourself in, Greg.
Oh man,
rein yourself in.
So much whinnying. I want to.
We have not started yet, Greg. We can turn this around.
I can turn this around. And that, of course, is Mr. Russ Gruberman, my good friend Russ. Russ, it is good to see you, man. How are you doing? How is life in the universe and everything with you and all that kind of thing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm also a human who plays games occasionally. Yeah, that's it.
We're all just trying to convince the audience that we're not robots.
We do a joint comedy show, you and I, with you, me.
I have a circulatory system and everything. I swear to God.
You are actually a person.
Human being. Living, breathing,
totally
human
living,
being.
breathing human being.
Living, breathing, human being.
And Russ,
living.
You and I and our mutual friend Story does a comedy and variety podcast called The Mep Report, which we just recorded recently another episode of. So
yes, we've got another one of those coming out of the hopper.
In the can, as it were.
Yep. In the can, out of the hopper into the can,
out of the hopper
and
into
then
the can.
Onto the internet.
Russ, I only believe your claim of being a human when I can see you wearing 6 glasses or more. This one pair of glasses thing, it just it breaks the illusion for me.
I look too perfect,
not used
like
to
an
it.
Android designed for voice casting. But
exactly.
I put on an extra superfluous pair of glasses. then
Russ, are you sure
this,
you're not?
This is a flawed
there we
creature,
go.
definitely.
See, now you've
Someone that God
pulled
made
down the
this.
VTuber veneer,
Yes.
the VTuber facade, and shown us the real Russ.
That's the new Nexus model. I saw this happen, and Philip K. Dick predicted this would happen. Anyway, it is good to have
This
everyone.
new skin feels great.
That's right. Exactly, Juice Overdrive. Suspect. Exactly. We have.
Do robots dream of electronic Russes?
I see what you did there. And I think it is.
Do
good
Russes
time
dream
for us
of
to-
electronic sheep?
Slides to the right. It is always a pleasure to have Russ with us. And yeah, let's get into it, folks. For some new cab, I will have to make some volume adjustments, no doubt. So bear with us. But we will.
Is there any way to make this screen bigger? I know we ask that every time, but is there
there
any
is,
way to
but-
do that?
Actually,
that
if there's
doesn't- that
reading,
doesn't
That's a
help.
lot better.
That-
That was a lot.
really?
Whatever you just did. Yeah.
That makes it better because I don't think it really makes it that bigger. Really?
At least for me. I mean,
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Cool.
I'm the only one commenting on it.
Can you-
It seemed
can
like it was
you-
bigger.
No, I was
Can you
saying
change
it's
the-
agreed. It was bigger.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you able to split the screen down more so that the
Oh,
game
actually, you
part
know
takes
what?
up a bigger part of OBS?
No, I figured out how to do this. I remember I figured out how to do this without having you. Hold one moment, please. I realize there's a better way to do this, and
There is a better way.
I'm going to stop the share for just a moment. It's going to screw up the windows. Fear not, chat.
Well, that didn't make it better.
Yeah, I know.
Now we're making up the script as we go along.
Just hold your horses. All right. This
Neo Cab.
we're gonna do
better
this
all
same
of them,
thing.
all of those
Neo better
horses.
be in this game.
Not that.
I'm
not that.
waiting.
I'm gonna be pissed if Keanu Reeves does not show up.
Yes. Neo and Keanu Reeves.
He
need
better
to
be
together.
in this game, or I'm.
Wake the fuck up, ninja.
Okay.
We got a
Now-
cab to burn. We got a
I don't know if
cab to
it'll-
drive.
I don't know if it'll let me do this. It might.
Sorry, I was thinking of that weird. I can't even mention it because this is a family-friendly show. But have you seen that weird Keanu cyberpunk marketing cut down video?
Okay.
I
Can you
don't
all see
think
that?
so.
I'll send it
Oh,
to you
yeah.
because
Look
it's
at
not
that.
family friendly.
That's
Oh, that's
cute.
perfect.
So
Yes.
now I don't know if the sound's going to work is the only problem, but the thing is this
Aw.
is projecting out of OBS, which I used
Oh,
when I
it's
was
the. Oh, yeah.
full screen projector. So let's see if that actually works. Also,
I don't need the sound. Yeah, I can hear it.
Yay! All right, good.
Yes, we can hear it.
Oh,
This
that's
is a
beautiful.
perfect experience.
This
My
is
body is
wunderbar.
ready.
All right, immersive.
I might be able to take my glasses off, y'all.
But I can't see behind the curtain anymore.
Okay.
So
How's
I might
how's
be
the
able to
music,
take
people?
one pair of glasses off.
How's the music for everybody, both in
Um,
both in the crew and both cast?
it's relaxing.
It's fine. It because of Zoom, it like auto ducks whenever you talk or whenever someone talks, but that just happens all the time.
Not
so
a
it's
problem.
Okay.
fine. Those
Um,
dang auto ducks.
Make
music
that
is all
reading
over, so-
speed as long as possible, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do not
Make
auto
that-
advance text.
Yes,
Speed, you want to
and
go like so. You see how it's going?
that's okay. That's
Is
that's
Is that okay,
that's
or
perfect.
is that-
But
or
don't
does
it
that slow
auto
it down?
advance it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow
well,
it down
I guess,
one more. You read
Yeah.
out loud a lot slower than you do.
Well,
How
if
about
it's
that?
gonna
That's
if it's
better.
gonna be there, regardless.
I guess that's true. As
Not
long
sure
as it's
if
So
gonna
let's go with
stay.
that. We'll do that way.
Yeah.
What's
As
up,
long
Gregory?
as it's gonna stay, I just want to make sure it
Yeah.
won't scroll.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
New game. Chat is how's the volume on chat for everybody music wise?
Oh, this is a jam.
Yeah,
I
right.
prefer jelly, but it's
Excited,
pretty
you
good.
This is my
How we got for it sounding groovy, Gregory? Can people hear it? Okay. Music sounds a little loud.
Little loud.
I was thinking it's a tad, maybe down. Yeah.
this is my lo-fi happy
Yeah,
place right
yeah,
now.
It's good.
How's that? Is that better?
Too low is always better than too high.
Agreed.
Is that better? There's music playing. Oh God.
Yeah.
Really,
Sounds like
Isturma?
chat's all over the place.
There's music playing. It's really loud. Like, oh God.
There are too many faces on this screen. Take the faces away. We don't want to see them.
Still could be
We
loud.
just
How
want to
about
hear them.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Arv, it's
How's
about the
that?
immersion.
Is that better, Shadowed Mrs. Dunsel? How's that better?
Yeah.
See,
streaming,
these are the
streaming
moments-
101. You ask chat for something,
That's good.
one person replies, and then you ask for more clarification. No one says anything.
These are the
And then
moments where
later
you
it's like-
realize.
Yeah. All right, here we
These
go.
are the moments where you realize you regret giving chat that much control, and you just
Yeah.
have to take some of it back.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. New game. Let's make it happen. Ooh. Night 1, the desert outskirts, Los Ojos, California. Dot is playing the main character because
Oh.
obviously.
It's because I dressed the part, y'all.
That's exactly right. And I'm guessing this is you, Dot, although I don't know, but I'm guessing.
Okay. I don't know anything about this character. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know yet. But have to instruct as we go along, I guess.
There comes a point in any long drive where your mind goes a little off the road.
Okay. Yeah, Rob, you could come down a bit, gain-wise.
It's like the flashing lines in the highway hypnotize you in some weird way. Like it's normal to talk to the clouds. Or come up with a name for the 100th Joshua tree you pass in the endless desert. I was officially at that point. And so was...
Jojo.
Jojo!
I don't know if that's you, if you're Jojo yet, or if that's what you're listening to.
I think that's her saying it to, yeah.
Only 40 miles to go. To Los Ojos, to my new life, to my oldest friend. It was like a gift when Savvy called me last week. My life was going nowhere fast, and she knew it. It used to be her life, too.
Interesting.
Losing jobs to Capra's Al.
No
I
AI.
think that's AI.
AI. Capra's AI, got it.
AI Pacino.
Yeah, I was like, where are we going with this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this just got exciting.
That totally needs to be a thing.
Could call
AI,
me Al.
AI Pacino.
Juggling a dozen gigs and still coming up short. Getting way too comfortable just being sad. So when she offered to be roomies again, this time at her place in the big city, it didn't matter anymore what had come between us. Or what we'd said when we were angry. All that mattered was the road ahead. That and the battery chargers that had set me back 30 coin.
Don't crash us, Arv.
I know, right?
Nothing like rolling into your new life completely broke.
I
Outstanding.
feel like this is a Bitcoin-powered world.
I was
by
gonna
the
say,
way.
yo, this is getting really real right now. for,
This
like,
game brought to you by
2020.
Tesla.
Yeah,
This is you, definitely. Still up.
no problem. This is cool. Cool. You're a driver. Just drive. If I could pick up even one ride out here, I'd be in a better place.
Not sure that driving across what looks like the Arizona desert is the best place for we see all
Picking
people
somebody
needing a
up, but
ride.
you know, you do
Yeah.
you, yeah.
Yeah, like
Maybe even get a fancy here's to us.
Whoa!
Oh! I started up the Neo cab.
I was just trying to move the freaking thing.
I did not like that.
What the hell is this?
Oh, this is like your taxi.
Yeah,
Must be
yeah,
your
yeah.
taxi.
All right.
Hello,
Yeah.
not Uber. How are you doing?
Start shift.
Yeah, 4.9 stars. You are not a 5-star.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Capra Cash. That's like the
my
evolution of
Whoa.
Dogecoin.
So these are the people I guess that you pick up. All right. Well, this person looks
Interesting.
fine. Liam Baird, faster than a shutter snap, flaneur. All right. Okay.
What does that
I
mean?
don't know.
Yes, I'm a flaneur.
Like, what?
I'm
You
a
know.
professional flaneur.
Woo.
Guess who's playing that, by the way, Russ?
Some flaneuring.
Yeah, I was about to say yeah. For a second,
Yeah, you gotta do it.
for a second, I thought maybe Liam had put his pin in the wrong place.
Man.
This didn't feel like a convenient pickup spot for anyone. I could barely make him out at first. All I saw was desert and dusk. Then I spotted him, a lone figure dragging what looked like a huge luggage or small elephant along the highway.
He starts dragging, and I was like, oh, okay.
He got into the car bags first.
What?
Flaneur.
So,
Hello, I,
I
am
just
a
looked it
bag
up.
holding flaneur.
a
Hi, I am a
flaneur-
flaneur. How are you today?
A flaneur is someone who's like described as an idler or a walker, just like someone who's just loafs about.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay,
You know,
I'm sorry.
No, he's
I got real
bullshit. He's a flaneur player, and you know
This,
it.
this flaneur, he got in bags first, then squeezed in like he was their sidekick.
All right, Russ, this is you.
Remember, he's a flaneur.
Hey.
Let's see.
Oh God.
Pick up for. Okay, how about this one, Don?
Okay, hi, pick up for Liam.
Oh, sorry. It says it actually, so that's fine.
Oh, great.
Let me think.
You are Liam, right?
Yeah, sure.
I could feel his anxiety creeping up from the back seat. I can't help it. I absorb that stuff like a sponge.
Yes. Thank God. Yes. Okay.
Cross between a Cold War spy and Borat.
I know. He's making me nervous.
Sorry about that. Oh, man.
I like the way she peels out of the spot. It just
All right, let's go with this one.
What's up?
I thought I spent all day out there in the desert taking photos of the stars and the low skyline. I thought I'd lost my memory card. The bastard's smaller than a grain of rice. Why do they keep making them smaller? Damn, my heart's racing.
This dude is
This guy's running across the desert taking speed is what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. His accent was smooth and musical,
Not so smooth.
Not so musical.
but I couldn't quite place it. Definitely not Southern California.
That's where you're wrong because the actor is another.
Anyway, hello, Lena, right? Said on the app.
Yep, that's me.
Who the hell is Jojo then? Awesome. Thanks for picking me up all the way out here in Nowheresville.
No problem. I was headed this way anyways. Plus, Neocab goes where Capra fears to tread.
Where are you coming from?
Cactus Flats.
Oh, I don't know that one. I've never done any flaneuring there. Are you going to the big city on holiday?
More like permanent vacation. This car is carrying my whole life right now. I'm moving.
Oh, too much information. Just drive
Yeah,
the
yeah,
car.
yeah.
Well, that's not very professional, is it? I'm
that was a
James
lovely
Mason
chat.
now.
No more talking.
I'm James Mason from now on. Moving? That's huge. How are you feeling?
I
Sore.
don't know. I think I'm nervous. Nervous? I've never been to Los Ojos before.
Oh, stop it. This is your first time in Automation City?
Is that crazy?
That's insane! Everyone goes to Automation City, you fool. I mean, yes. Moving somewhere you've never even visited, that's, I don't know. But damn, it's also very cool of you. Don't sweat it, it's mine too. Though I'm just visiting, me and my bag here.
For work?
Yes, I'm a flaneur, sort of. I'm a photographer. Mostly I'm flaneuring on the side. I'm trying to be.
A flutographer. I photographer.
Photographers. I'm taking a year off
photograph.
from my real job, flaneuring, to see what I can make happen.
A year to travel the world and take pictures. The dream.
Yep.
Savvy and I had talked about doing something like that after college. Until I couldn't go. Instead, she met a guy, a sculptor, and he lived that dream with him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard me. They broke up after. You heard me.
That's right, I said it, and I say it again.
They broke
That's
up
changing genders all over the place. It's like, what?
Hey man, this
wow.
is Neocab, all right? Don't joke.
That's right.
I know, it's the future. We saw this in Cyberpunk. It's
Don't
fine.
bring your old New York values to New Capra at the coin scene.
We're on our own fear and loathing trip right now. What happens on the Neocab stays with the Neocab.
Yeah.
We
They broke
blended
up-
their DNA with frogs. It's amazing.
They broke up after a screaming fight in Milan, and she came home with a half-finished clay figure of herself. She always loved playing the muse. That's a sad story.
Yes,
So,
he did.
What about
She-
you? Guilo?
I'm moving in with my best friend. I actually haven't seen her in years.
Dying.
Ages, that's the word. We used to be super close, and then we kind of weren't.
I'm going to tell you everything about my life in the next
Yeah.
20 minutes.
This is a long trip,
Yes.
man.
It all began when I had scarlet fever as a child.
Why
How
did
much you
that
paying
just-
me for this ride again?
Why did that just slip out?
Don't sweat it. I have a flaneur's intuition.
The Arvocalists, where we get through 3 minutes of text during
In 3 hours.
3 hours.
I always forget how easy it is to spill your secrets when you're only making eye contact with the road in front of you.
For sure. I've moved a lot. UK, that's not it's the UK, France, Canada, and I find myself here.
It's one time in band camp, exactly, Juice.
This one
Sort
time
of
in
fading
Bangkok.
in and out of different friend groups, flaneurs, non-flaneurs, maintaining most of my relationships online.
Flaneurships.
Playing Flaneur Go.
Yeah, exactly.
So, why now? What made you make the leap?
She asked. All she ever had to do was ask. I just realized that my life wasn't any good without her in it.
I'm sorry, you're inner monologuing because I can't hear a word you're saying. I love that, though. It's just the only thing that makes sense. Right?
Exactly. It'll be a fresh start for us. I hope.
Guess this photography thing is sort of my fresh start, although I can always fall back on flaneuring. So, why are you getting the keys to your new place tonight? Something suggestive to something. No, never mind. I'll just be out snapping pictures of Capra Tower.
Capra Tower. Gross.
I like this.
Doing a cover shoot for Multinational Monster Magazine?
Hey, whoa, this is cool your jets. It's just a beautiful building.
Okay, that's a little
Dial
too
down
much.
your CPUs, would
I
you?
was supposed to say, we're getting a bit rebellious early on.
That's really fascinating. Perhaps if you listened to Bernie Sanders, we wouldn't be in there. All right. Your emotional state affects which options you can choose. Oh, it's not going to let me...
Oh.
Okay. go
My
ahead.
hands tightened on the steering wheel. I had nothing good to say about Capra.
Dang. I'm not allowed. Do it. Do it now. All right. Okay. Well, I'm about to get real aggressive up in his house.
Yeah, you can afford beautiful buildings when you have a monopoly over the entire tech sector. The spoils of selling out human dignity, right?
Oh, man. We're going to go from 4.9 to 4.7. I feel it now.
He shifted in his seat and tried to smile, but it was tight. Uncomfortable.
This is bullshit over here.
Capra. That name carried as much baggage for me. My first driving gig. My only income stream. Before they replaced me and every other driver with auto cars. Soulless capsules of glass and plastic. But hey, those things don't need health insurance.
Welcome to Johnny Cab.
I tensed up just seeing their logo, which was all over the place. Nearly every passing car was one of theirs. Crawling our streets, covered in sensors, collecting data on everything and everyone. Just hearing Liam say the name had my heart pounding in my ears.
Okay, touched it.
Capra. Right. I'm sorry. It's very noisy in my bag. You're not a fan. We don't need to get into it. It's fine.
It felt like all the energy in the car had flipped. He was closed off suddenly, cold.
Maybe this is my fault when I made the one little joke and it was like, nope, floodgates open. Now it's time to.
Yep, no, it changed. It's interesting. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
This is exactly why everyone says that talking politics with a PAX is the quickest way to take down your star rating.
Good to find that out after the fact.
Right. My 4.9 driver rating definitely didn't want me to push him.
I really want to back off of this now.
Of course, you're right. I didn't mean to be so snarky. What had gotten into me? My hackles were up over what? A photographer who just wanted a picture of a famously impressive building? It was exactly what had happened with me and Savvy. I got all emotional over something that really wasn't a big deal, and I pushed her away. You're so volatile, Lena. Like I'm looking for reasons to be sad or worried. Like all my bad feelings just leap out of me and poison my life, when actually everything was just fine. I couldn't let that happen again with us. Yes. I'm sorry. It still couldn't hurt bringing myself to praise Capra, even if it might help my star rating. I still couldn't bring myself, I'm sorry.
All right, I'm going to say stressed, and that better be okay.
I think I'm just stressed. Moving is the worst.
Oh, it's all good. I don't want to talk about it. I get that there's a lot of baggage attached to Lo. Trust me, I really do, but I'm not here to pick it up. This week, for once, I'm just a tourist.
Instead of the CEO of Capra.
Not a flume.
Well, oop. Totally get it.
Look, if I wanted a silent ride with a brainless driver, I'd let my bag drive. I'd have called a Capra. You're much more fun.
Okay, I think we pulled the jet out of the dive before it hit the ground.
Woof! As the sun went down, I could make out the first lights of Lo appearing over the desert. Suddenly, like a mirage. We're almost there.
The expression's like... it's like...
The city lights spilled across my windshield as we crossed the Los Ojos city limits. He pulled out his camera and I heard the shutter clicking away behind me. I thought about Savvy. No more nights alone. No more longing for change. I was making the change, and I was ready. Here I am, Savvy. It's real. I did it. I pulled up to Liam's destination, a modest hotel. Nice, but it had an art to it. Made sense.
You know this is going to be great, right? You're doing something really big, and I think it's going to pay off.
Thanks. And sorry again for being so testy before. I'm in a Capra town now, and that's... that.
It's nothing. I've gotten into my share of arguments with cab drivers before.
You have?
Well,
There's
yes, I
quite a lot
killed
of
my last
bias
one.
against flaneurs.
I murdered my last one.
He's actually what I made this bag out of.
This bag
Yes,
is made
with
out
much
of-
worse opinions, but tastier livers. And listen, I know you've already got a friend in town, but I'll be crisscrossing around neocabs all week, and you know, maybe we'll get paired up again.
All right.
I'd like that. He shouldered his luggage and headed into his hotel, waving at me as he disappeared through the doors. I waved back.
Excellent ride. 2.5 flaneurs out of 5.
We need to charge up our battery. We're below half. Ow. Oh.
All right. Sorry, I had to go down.
I guess I'd made it. Ooh, that battery though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 5 stars. All right. What's the review, Russ?
Nice.
A serendipitous ride with a spirited driver. Welcome to Low.
Hell yeah. He also gave us 3 cents. No! Your rating stayed the same. What do you mean stayed the same? I had 5 stars. Earned coins, 660. All right, we need to get some...
6 stars out of 5, Arv.
Oh, I have this. Now in Outer Lands, battery usage. New message from Savvy, all right.
Oh, heyo.
Let's see. Let me have, let's see. Let me have, I guess, Zach do this one. And I guess sort of, I'm guessing like, you know, hip artist type, like, you wouldn't know the reference to Living in Williamsburg, Russ would, but, basically sort of upscale, you know, likes to go get drinks at grass bars, you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing.
What dating a
A
sculptor?
hipster.
Yeah, what someone who dates a sculptor would sound
Hipster,
like.
Yes.
Yeah, hipster.
Okay.
She's way out of my league. Look at her.
Wait's good, Lena. What's? Sorry, what's?
Damn autocorrect.
Guess where I am.
You better be.
I'm in Los Ojos. Meet at your place?
You mean our new place?
Hey.
Hey,
Oh,
wink.
jeez.
Emojis are very
getting
personal
Giphy
in the
here.
future.
Yep.
Getting Giphy of themselves.
Wait, actually, come pick me up. I'm sending you a pin.
Sure.
I'm gonna do this first.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just caught in a work thing.
Take your time.
Yes. Can't believe I get to see you so soon. My rave fave, my literal favorite human.
Oh, you had to make me say it. I hate you, Arv.
No, I didn't.
Can't wait, Savius.
Okay. Night 1. Outerlands District, Los Ojos, California. Practically no battery.
If it moves, it's Capra. That was the same.
Really? That's it?
How long had it been since I'd seen Savvy? 6 months? No, a year. It didn't seem possible. Some days it was easy to feel like she was still around because everywhere I went in Cactus Flats was soaked through with memories. Most days, that just made me miss her even more. Nobody gets me like she does. Like, really gets me. Being around her made me feel more like myself. Or maybe just made me feel like it more. I saw her up ahead and my stomach flipped.
As I realized I had run out of electricity because I,
And I wasn't gonna make it 2 blocks up.
As I
I
ran
saw her
her
ahead and my
over.
car flipped because... Okay.
There it is. There's
All
the
right,
battery dying.
Hell, bunny.
Are you gonna make our show for you? Savviest.
Um,
You sure you want to sit way back there?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that authentic private driver experience, you know?
No. That was your girlfriend.
Honestly, I just feel safer back here. You're the only reason I would get into one of these things. Oh my god. Did you actually get prettier somehow? Damn, girl.
Come on.
Whatever you've been up to is working. God, seeing you again is like... It's like home, you know?
No. Me too.
Sorry, could we... Let's talk more... Vroom, you know? Being this close to Capra HQ creeps me out.
Yeah, I thought it was weird you wanted to meet here.
well, you see, I work there now, and
Oh, I was downtown. It's a giant eyesore, you know. Seemed easy for you to find.
Well, now I know where to avoid.
Exactly.
it's music though.
It's intense. Oh, so?
Don't have lights like this back in the flats, right?
The way we left things echoed in my head. Heat rushed into my cheeks. Was I turning red? My chest tightened and fluttered like I couldn't get enough air. I'd called her selfish, and I cried until I couldn't breathe. Right before I begged her not to leave. Was that what she was thinking about too? I'm sorry about how we left things. I just wanted to say,
Ancient history, like Ice Age, whatever. I'm totally over it.
Like 2020.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Well, what have you been up to? Tell me everything.
Well, I kind of bounced around for a while. Remember that guy who said I could crash with him and his roommates?
Definitely remember how he always called me Lisa.
Turned out his roommates were more like his parents. They were his parents. They were super sweet, and their place was nice and so clean.
Yep.
But then his mom gave us matching sweaters for Christmas.
that's unfortunate.
Nice as socks.
Yeah, right. Man.
I swear I felt myself shrivel into a little ghost right then and there over the eggnog.
Yikes.
Very. Compared to perfect family time, social activism is way more chill. Just some fogies too afraid to get their own shadows to really affect change, but I can work with that. Speaking of, I can't believe we're back in your old steery. This thing knows all my secrets. And you know I love retro as much as the next girl, but would you mind parking it a little down the street from my place?
Oh!
Wow.
People would get really weird if they thought I was pro car.
Oh.
It's just a big issue in my work right now, you know?
Because again, I work for Capra.
Sure, okay.
Are you anti-car?
But wait.
I'm pro robot piggyback.
Are you a communist?
I'm pro scooter.
Right, where are we going? What's your address?
Oh, yeah, pull over.
You live here?
No, I just remembered I got you a present.
This chick's sketch.
It's a gun. No,
It's a
sorry.
pullover.
Oh no, I didn't get you anything.
You're here, like, for good. That's enough for me, El Bunny.
Oh, buddy.
I just love it when you call me that, Zach. Okay,
La
I'll
Bunny.
pull over. La Bunny.
Yeah, La Bunny. Ba la 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 bunny.
Close your eyes and hold out your right hand. If you hold out your left, we're done.
Exactly.
Don't you dare hold out your left hand.
Are you gonna...
Yes, I'm gonna
Saw
chop
your
it
hand
off.
off? Yes. I mean, no. Unlike you, psychopath, I will not put a bug in it.
This conversation
Or
is very
Zara.
weird.
Hey, Hillness.
It wasn't a bug. It was a caterpillar.
That's wait.
And it was fuzzy.
Oh, I remember. Come on, give me your hand.
Oof.
Yeah, just like a cat.
Give it to me.
I forgot how tiny her hands were, and how they were always so cold. I should have brought you some gloves. Size extra small.
Yeah. Jace is always whining about my icicle hands.
Who's Jace?
Uh-oh. I feel friend zone on the horizon.
She slipped something metallic onto my arm.
If you're not going to shut your eyes, then at least stop fidgeting.
It tightened to a snug fit around my wrist.
Now put the tracker on you. I will know where you are at all times.
The hell is it?
Whoa.
Oh! It is a tracking device.
Alright.
Oh, what's
Is this an
that?
emotion bracelet?
It's a mood wrist.
Yeah.
The mood bracelet.
Huh.
Oh. What is it?
It's a feel grid. It's 6th gen biofeedback device. You know, for your feels.
It's a Fitbit.
The color and intensity show your mood. You know, basically the way you feel in your body at that exact moment.
Wowzer.
I'm wearing one around my neck.
You're yellow, which means you're feeling positive.
And I'm green.
Which means I'm
Together we make
murderous.
black.
Right, which means I'm feeling...
Probably because of my awesome gift.
Wow, she's...
I've got the necklace edition, as I already
Ah.
mentioned.
Rob calling it!
See? Feel good. I mean, yeah, feel good green,
Feel
not murderous
green
at all.
actually means on the edge of nervous breakdown. Is what it actually means.
About to betray your best friend.
Yeah.
Now we can both have like
That's off your wrist.
total awareness of our emotional well-being.
Sounds like a perfect thing for a
Wow.
taxi driver who needs a 5-star
Wow.
rating to have. I can't imagine why.
While we do yoga
You know,
and sip macchiatos.
to take care of each other and all that junk.
Oh, savviest. It's like the best friendship, like, bracelet necklace ever.
Exactly.
The blessed bracelet
Blah,
bracelet
blah,
clever
blah,
clever.
blah. So, it's reading my brainwaves.
Transferring it into a Swiss bank account? Is that
Nah, it reads your blood.
Oh,
tremendous?
that's better.
That's even better. Yeah, it's great.
It's the future.
Hey Siri, destroy my inside. Okay, did it have to be blood? It is kind of dope. I'm gonna say this.
It sounds like a mood ring.
It totally is, except it actually works.
Hey, mood rings work.
No. Everything we feel is because our brain has triggered some chemical to flood our system, right?
No.
So this is a little sensor that reads all the molecules or whatever as they go surfing through your tubes.
Oh boy.
As the kids say.
And it
Starts
sells
with
all of
science
your
and then
data to
goes,
Capra.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Capra
converts it
buys all of
to
your
ones
data
and
so that then
zeros.
it can, yeah.
Oh, cool.
See? Just move towards green, which means you just got a little chilled out.
Yeah, I did feel better.
There are 4 basic colors. Yellow's like feel good green, but higher intensity. Happy, sunny, excited.
I hate to break it to you, but there are more than 4 colors.
Red is the angry, anxious, agitated, and blue is, well, like blue.
It's a good question, Gregory.
People still haven't been able to describe blue yet.
And it's absolutely a game mechanic. It's gotta be, because we already had a situation where I couldn't choose a couple options because she was too pissed off. So
I don't know. I thought it'd be really cool for you to see your colors. People can be so fake,
Gosh, it's kind of a sweet gift.
But everyone I know with a feel grid. It's like an emotional superpower. Keeping it real is like second nature now.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Even without talking for months, she still knew me so well.
Thanks to the feel grid.
She didn't even see how I'd gone off on Liam just now.
What happens when you combine a field grid with a flaneur? Is that like a merging of the universes back together?
Too many
My bracelet is clad at all times.
I'm trying to work on my emotional superpowers, just so you know.
I get it. This just lets you know that what you're feeling is real, but that it's temporary. Because feelings aren't real if you don't have the bracelet on. Plus, now you'll know when your packs are giving you too much shit.
You could be like, talk to the bracelet,
Yeah, but they'll know too.
2 blue, you probably need to take a break. 2 red, then you gotta stand up for yourself, okay?
Oh boy.
But hopefully not while you're driving. That could be dangerous.
Really? Just like, listen, you son of a...
The car's not big enough to
stand up in your car.
Open the sunroof first.
Tell that to my star rating.
That's exactly it. This thing tells people they're pissing you off so you don't have to.
Great. What how is that
Perfect.
helpful?
It's like wearing, yeah.
I know confrontation's more my thing, but as you can see, I'm surfing a chill green wave at the moment. It's not because I calibrated mine to be green at all times of the day.
The camera zooms in, it's just like green marker has like painted over the lines. It's like...
Talk to the field grid.
Chill as a cucumber.
Probably.
Which is green.
Lena, you're still saying it wrong?
What? What's it supposed to be?
Cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber. Cool as a cucumber.
Cucumber.
Oh my god, I missed you.
Damn.
Can't you tell?
Yeah, I can, because we used to do this joke about cucumbers all the time. Damn. I even remembered it, like, cucumbers are served chilled. Well, I missed you too, lady.
See, now I know that made you happy and not, like, pissed at me.
Why would I be pissed?
It's not a big deal, but, the way we fought when I left.
I decided to rent out your room.
Oh, the necklace
The rage.
changed.
I wasn't trying to hurt you.
I know. I really don't want my feelings to upset anyone.
But you do feel things. Like, a lot, actually.
Oh, triple red.
Which is something I really love about you. Your heart is so amazing, and the way you feel things.
So angry that I need to passionately be in
Your
love with you right now.
heart's so amazing! The way you feel things!
My
Turn
love for you
around
makes me
every
feel
now
like
and
a
then I
ball of
feel-
fire.
Like you're driving this taxi and you're never... Okay.
It's... Oh, that's not me.
It is kind of beautiful. See, we're like synced up now.
Yeah. It's our mood jewelry.
But bottling all that up doesn't make it go away.
Exactly, MDK mode.
And when it all comes out, it's kind of intense. Like that night.
You're right.
Oh, she's blue.
I'm sorry.
Now please get out of my car.
But I'm here, and you're here, and we're starting over. And we're both gonna be better about how we make each other say
Oh,
things
it's
we
not
say.
gonna let me do it.
Oh, I didn't want to risk making her mad. The weight on my chest would pass.
Way to not learn the lesson, Lena. All right. And we're good, right?
And we're good, right?
Hell yes.
I felt a weight lift off my rib cage.
This is interesting.
We were in sync again. We could always talk about serious stuff later. Savvy and I had all the time in the world now.
What could go wrong, narrator voice?
So, how do we get to your place? My pajamas are calling my name.
Oh shit! I'm really sorry, but
I really did rent out your room.
can you take me somewhere else really quick first?
Like
Why
to,
is she so sketch?
yeah, no, really, to an energy station so that
Yo,
your car
she is
doesn't-
literally like my worst Tinder date.
It's an animated game, so I'm slick.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doc,
Dude,
those
all
Tinder
you
dates.
wait, all your Tinder dates end up in a cab?
No, like, you know, the worst possible things, like the dude gets in the back and makes you drive up front like a damn chauffeur, or gets you a gift on the first date, which is awkward, and it's like, this is just a gift so that I can see how you're feeling. So, you know, it's fine. We're gonna share our feelings. It's fine. Then it's like, you know, actually, I know we were gonna go get drinks and I was gonna pay for dinner, but I got this other stop. You know, I'll give you gas money, but can you just drop me by this place?
Dot
Look,
dot.
y'all.
Was it a mood bracelet?
Swiping right.
Be
Swiping
honest.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I broke it with my mood. Here we are going. Sure. Well, where are we going?
Here we are
Well,
going.
I need you to drop me off, actually.
At my boyfriend, the CEO of Capra.
It's this guy, and
Oh, I knew it.
trust me, it's kind of a huge mess. You don't want to know.
I brought my whole life out here.
And in case you didn't see, my mood bracelet or necklace is blue.
Sad.
Okay,
I came all this way to see you. No, okay.
I'm sad girl.
Is everything okay?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Because I will cut.
Kind of. I don't know, honestly. Kind of effed up at work and just gotta go fix it before shit comes down on my head.
Oh, language. This is Capra City, buddy.
Sorry, Flaneur. I wish we could just go straight to this awesome ramen shop you're gonna love instead of helping my dumbass.
I could help your dumbass to the awesome ramen
Go
shop. How
flaneur
about that?
yourself.
You're gonna have to put a Doge coin in the curse bucket.
Yeah.
It's a little embarrassing. This entire situation is. Don't. You are muted.
I'm sorry, y'all. I hit my space bar when I spat coffee out my nose when Rob said stupid shit. I don't wipe it off and I hit my space bar. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's all gonna be fine.
Nothing
Got it.
quite so attractive as spitting coffee out your nose. It's really.
Yeah.
Like I said, I show up for quality entertainment purposes, Rob.
I just gotta do this one little thing before it blows up, and then I get to keep my job. Thank the gods.
Maybe.
And we don't have to start looking for a cheaper place. Kidding.
But pull your weight.
Yeah.
Sure.
You better be driving a lot.
It didn't really sound like she was kidding. I never heard her talk about any job so seriously before. Or even hint at money problems. Maybe we'd have more in common this time around, too.
This was great. We were both poverty stricken.
Yeah, we were both so poor. What a great thing to... No worries. I got you with the money I don't have.
You're the best. I mean it.
Girl, I want to know who does your hair. I want hair like that. Well, right back at you.
Those bangs don't move. I don't think it's a haircut.
He lives in this totally weird rich person dorm called Kinfolk.
That is totally weird. Welcome
They
to
call it a
Kinfolk.
who what?
That sounds like straight out of Bioshock Infinite, I'm telling you right now. They're like kinfolk.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. It's underwater too.
Yeah, great.
The place is crawling with techie scum.
Ah, so it's San Francisco. Got it.
He
Pulls
sounds
out cyber gun.
great.
See, You aren't missing anything. Trust me. He's been dying to get into this club. Tonight, I can actually make it happen.
He's been dying this whole time. Just keep driving.
Part.
It's okay.
But you should totally come meet up with me and Jace later.
Who is
I
this
want to
Jace?
punch him every time his name is said. What the,
Yeah,
the
Jace is
worst-
like the most douchebag
he
tech
and Chad
bro
are for
name.
sure best friends.
Exactly.
The only way Jace would be a worse name is if it had a Y in it.
Chad and Jace. Oh my god.
You could just pick up another ride, right? Who knows? Maybe it'll be some cutie who wants to show you around. I believe
It's
this is
LO, I
said
think.
LO like LA,
Yeah.
not low.
Round
I've been thinking
low.
like
Well,
low. That's kind of
well.
funny.
Low sounds much more tech, bro.
Hang on. It said like what? Do it. Seriously though, who's Jace?
You said that so intensely. He's just my
Just
guy.
answer the question!
He's my guy.
The bracelet
Okay.
just pins red.
Don't
like,
crash the
I thought I
car.
was your guy, gal. I don't know. It's all confusing.
It's only been a minute, but we have this like super intense connection, like sunshine and butterflies, all that shit.
Nope, he's drugging you.
I bet you'll really like him.
She turns and drives the car to a building.
I haven't actually met him yet. We've only been talking on Tinder. So.
Yes, thank you, Lone Wolf. Like, what is she? Yeah, she's
I can try and get you on the list. You know, his girlfriend list. Let me just text Jace. What list am I talking about? I don't know.
Like this is.
Yeah, he's
completely
Polly.
different.
Oh, we gotta meet.
We're not
this
gonna find.
Jace.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not gonna find.
We
out
gotta
unless
meet
we-
Jace. Okay, cool. So how long have you been with him?
Yes.
12 minutes.
Cool.
alright,
Okay, he
that's
says he'll text you all the deets soon.
All the deets.
great. I'll just wait for the deets.
I just gotta do this one thing, and then you should know.
What is this one thing? So when are you
Yeah.
gonna stop making me nervous?
I just have to eliminate this one target, okay? And
So
then-
when?
Oh, this is it. This is it. Kinfolk.
This is it. Make
This
no
is it.
mistake where you are.
Whoa, whoa.
I'll text you in like an hour tops, okay? Then come meet us.
Sounds good.
See you soon, Rumi. Welcome to LO, and remember, I will kill you. Pick up a cute PAX next.
Girl, I drove all the way across the desert for you.
Yeah, no, really.
And basically around half of low.
I watched her bounce up the illuminated steps and vanish into a soaring apartment tower. Half spacecraft, half greenhouse, and covered in glowing triangles.
It was from Mass Effect 2, and
What was this place? Capra cars buzzed around me like I was inside some kind of nest. A few of the people inside gave my car a definite look from behind their tinted windows. And they were right. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be with Savvy. And even for her, this was a little much. But it was just a detour, no big deal. I'd do one more ride to earn some coin, and then we'd be back in sync.
can we please get some energy? Like,
Things just had a way of being spontaneous with Savvy, and I was never as happy as I'd been as when we were together.
okay.
Hmm.
Popping up, gas station, or the equivalent. Fuel station. Hello, how are you feeling today? Your new Feel Grid is a biofeedback device that displays your emotional state as a color, yellow, green, blue, or red. Yeah. Intense and good, but your Feel Grid also measures the intensity of your emotions in 3 levels. Oh, okay. Low, medium, high. The more your Feel Grid lights up, the more intense your feelings. This map represents the full spectrum of emotions, yes, even the icky ones. Each segment is a unique state, so even though you may feel like a jumble of emotions, your Feel Grid will let you know which one you're actually experiencing, even if it's a little unpleasant. Feel free. Notice how you think and react when you're in each color. The idea of the Feel Grid is simply to illuminate the feelings in your body so you can tune into your emotional awareness. Okay, so the closer you are to the center, the milder the experience. So, and yeah, so like if you're in the blue zone, close to the center, it's lethargic. On the edges is depressed.
Interesting.
Okay, and then hyper, cheerful, calm, chill. All right. There's no such thing as a bad emotion, really. Let's remember that the dark outer edges of the map are more intense feelings, while the lighter shades in the center are more mellow. All emotions are valid, but the outer limits of the feel grid are meant to tell you something. Like it's time to take a break, take a nap, or even just take a moment to center. Now take a deep breath and good luck out there. I have this image at this one point where just you go off the map entirely. You're just not. Just like, ah.
You enter infrared.
Yeah. You're in the red. You may be feeling anger, fear, disgust. In the red, your heart rate is elevated and you may have symptoms of tension such as headaches, jaw clenching, or stomach pains. You're likely to have difficulty focusing and experience forgetfulness and poor judgment. Try to take deep, slow breaths and avoid spiraling into negative thinking. Not
And remember,
FDA
this is not FDA approved.
Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, thanks. Good. All right, wonderful. Now I know where my feel grid is. Look out, this is a journal. Look out, Lasso, here I come. Snack, toothbrush, pajamas, books in dad's vase, basically everything. Excite, so excite, very yes. Top Neo cab driver in Cactus Flats, Los Ojos. And here are moving costs. Spent $33, 324 miles to Sweet Freedom and Savvy. Jace will send you the deets. So over it, and you're awesome, DJ. This is quite some journaling we got going on here. All right, we need to find, we have got to find us energy. Right there.
Dunk.
Yeah, I wonder if it fast travels.
Interesting.
Okay. This is a good stop to reset, since I think Dot just left for a second. And this gives me a chance to say nothing because I need to put something up quickly. There we go. Got it. Okay, cool. So this is, you folks are watching NeoCab, which is a really interesting new game for the Arvocalists anyway. And it is a game that I have not actually seen before, other than just like Zach said, like seeing a screenshot of it or whatever, but not anything else. And there's some interesting things there. I'm playing this on Switch, and I think it's definitely the kind of game that fits on Switch. I think it was, I want to say it was cheaper on Switch, which is why I got it here. It's like $12, but you can also get it on Steam. It is not available on GOG, and I don't understand why. I feel like this is right up the alley of a GOG.com type game, but it's not available there. But it's available on Steam, it's available on Switch, and I don't think anywhere else as of yet. Also, yeah, I was going to say, thanks, Shadow. That soundtrack is cool. Did you call this synthwave, Shadow? I guess that basically is what it is, like kind of a sort of synthwave, very like low-key type of thing. And yeah, so I dig it. Interesting so far. Yeah, it's neat. And it goes obviously very different directions depending on how you answer. Like if I hadn't made that dumb joke about the not dumb, but like the whole thing about the mountains, whatever, the multinational corporation thing, we wouldn't have gone down that path where we could have gotten in real trouble. But we pulled out the jet at the last time and we got the 5-star rating anyway, so that's good. You'd say it's the chill wave sub genre. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, it's interesting. So, and you are joined as always by the amazing Arvocalists, which includes GC Darkside Rob, currently known as BRB. Actually, starting from the top, Little Red Dot, who will be back in just a second. GC Darkside Rob, who's BRB. Mr. Zach Clay. There he is. He is BRB now. And Mr. Russ Gruberman, who played a flaneur earlier today. So that's the deal with that. And we are back into it, beginning with Dot. We got our recharge, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So yeah, Dot, you are up when ready.
Thanks, friends. Sorry about that. It was a long ride through the desert. You're growing.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no problem.
You're good.
All good.
Definitely time for a recharge. Plus, the weird way the hum of the charging stations made my head feel stuffed with cotton. Kinda loved it, even if it was probably killing brain cells.
This reminded me a little bit of Kentucky Route Zero also. I never played through the full game, but I watched a little bit of it being played, so.
Each bar would set me back $1.32. What did they call
Whatever
the
they call those.
coin?
Coin? Cent?
Coin?
Capra?
Cent?
Oh, no, Capra Cash.
Capra
Yeah, of
Cash,
course
that's
it
right.
is. Capra Cash.
Set me back $1.32 Capra. A little steep, but here I was.
Okay.
Is this city like obsessed with It's a Wonderful Life or something? Like,
yeah, that's a good question, actually. I am getting a full charge. Not taking any chances.
I got back on the road.
All right, now let's go pick up some fares, people. Night
Yeah,
1, the
Rakesh.
Combine District. Quick charge in 5 minutes. Wow. Speaking of the dream. All right, let's see what we got. We've got, what the heck is that? What is this?
Bruja?
I don't know
In
if I
this
want
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, is this Bruja territory?
Getting into the call. First they ignore
Sudden
you, then they
VTM crossover.
Then they laugh
I'd
at
be
you,
down.
then they fight you, then they win. Okay, so we got an anarchist we could pick up there. So that's one option.
Okay.
That's funny.
We've also got, let's see, Anthony Colton, founder and chief cat herder at Cure It All, putting a gentler dent in the universe.
He's perfect.
Gentler dent.
You think so? We'll probably try him. Or Ali Bream, peace, love, and LO. Boring. All right, this guy. We doing
Yeah.
cat herder or anarchist? We got a real contrast.
Let's do anarchist.
Yeah.
You want to do anarchist?
Let's kick the fun up a notch.
All right.
My girlfriend's dating somebody. So we kick it up a notch.
Here we go. We should get those two together.
He doesn't even have a picture. A valet in a tux shot me a look as I pulled outside the grand arts pillars of the LO Babylon. Oof. Really? Someone at this place rode Neocat?
Whoa, I didn't do that.
Then I saw her, a short figure with the bulk of a boxer stalking down the red carpet towards me.
And I saw her face.
The cameras went wild for her, their flashes reflected in hard metal skin. She screamed back into the blaze and flipped them the bird. Lights of pink neon dotted her spine. What was she?
I'm gonna say with her Capra stuff, she wants human right now.
Probably. Please let her be human.
Oh my god.
What?
All right, Rob,
Wow.
this sounds like a real... Okay, so we got like a hardcore anarchist type of thing.
I
Like,
really wish I'd picked the cat guy. Anyway, what?
yeah, this is like... This seems like a real... I can't tell if this is a robot or not, but like, this seems like a real anarchist
Looks
hardcore,
like a little bit like Buzz Lightyear.
Hold up.
but with a hard edge.
Hold
For
up.
sure. That trans edge. Look
To
at
infinity
it. That
and
purple
beyond,
blue.
all right?
That purple blue. Look at that. Love
Yeah.
that bi love. Look at that bisexual love.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way I'm going to another pig fundraiser is if it's for, like, an actual pig.
Definitely not a robot. She couldn't have been more than like maybe 13.
You're not gonna catch me dead at a charity ball for cops ever again.
Same.
I'm not gonna say, how old are you? That's gonna go over well. Listen, kid.
Does your mom know you're taking a Neocap?
They're the worst. Oh. I see. You're making fun of me.
I just
Where
said
did you get
same.
that from?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you are. I can tell. Whatever.
Who was this kid? Famous? Super rich? Should I be calling her ma'am? Rough night, ma'am?
Whatever, boomer.
Your laugh sounds so
Don't
much
call
more
me
evil
ma'am.
than
Oh,
that.
no.
Oh my god. What are you trying to do to me?
Oh, the field grid is...
Yikes. So why were you at a charity ball for cops?
Okay, technically it wasn't for cops, but they were hosting it. Or whatever. Just one more corrupt log of the machine to pass Sophie's Law. Oh shit. I'm really sorry to bring up Sophie's Law to you. Don't worry, I absolutely do not support it.
What is... There's just like... Like, hello? Like... Why would I...
What's Sophie's Law?
Oh, good, you're brain dead too. Never mind. Oh. Oh, God. Sorry in advance. So, Capra wants to own everything and everyone, right? Anyway, we go. Anything we say, they want it all. Sophie's Law gets them most of the way there. Twitch TV gets them the rest of the way there. It outlaws human drivers within Los Ojos. Autocars only. You know, to keep us safe. Excuse me. The referendum is up for a vote any day now. They set up a fake charity to hide all the political donations. And who's running it? Aha! Who do you think? Drumroll, please. My fascist mother. What a bitch.
And the cops are for that?
LPD is already deep in Capra's pocket. They use Capra face recognition. They use Capra face recognition tech with live feeds from every auto car in the city.
Probably illness.
So, stick with me. So, if Sophie's Law gift wraps them a monopoly on city transit, they love it. Just like Yancey.
The hell is Yancey?
Yancey.
Yancey Sumarici. Oh, again, another reference no one will get but me. Come on. This is Fascism 101, 102, and 103.
I felt the urge to nod along. This kid was a lot. But something she said was nagging at me.
Also her looking like Pippi Longstockings.
Wait, they want to outlaw human drivers?
You were listening while I was saying all that, were you? Did you really not know about it? So, Sophie Lemieux was a dancer with the LO Ballet. Don't you just hate that word? Lemieux. It sounds fascist. Her primo ballerino account had like 140 million billion subscribers.
That's a normal number.
She was killed in a car attack about a month ago. That took a turn, didn't it? Didn't see that coming. Yeah, she got killed in a car attack. Now she has 200 million subscribers.
Silver lining.
All from her VTuber account.
That's awful. What happened?
She drove into a wall. No, I'm sorry. Some rando drove an old Steery straight into a crowd downtown. Killed her and like a bunch of other people. I don't know. Normies.
What is wrong with a person like that? Every time it happens, I try to understand it. I don't know if I ever will.
Rando, yes.
Yeah. Who was the driver?
It was me. No, I'm sorry. My lawyer advised me not to mention that part. Good question. He died at the scene. They barely released anything about him. He'd made some unhinged social posts a few years back, but he'd been otherwise unplugged. Who knows if he was even real? He might have been a flaneur. You know what those are? I hear they're all the rage these days. Like a ballerina, really. It was a little on the nose. Anyway, the vote's super split. Could tip either way, if that's any consolation.
Consolation. If the law passed, it looked like I'd be out of job. A Capra buzzed by me. They would be the only show in town. How else would people get around this city?
So, every 500 coin plate dinner counts, with the vote going down in just a few days. Yancey hates me. It says now I'm old enough to be expected at cab events. Bleh. Boot crap. My obligation is a scion. I'm a scion. Have you heard?
Yes,
An
just now.
Eldrazi scion.
I've
I
never
don't
met a
even know
scion
what a
before.
scion is.
Well, I've never met one
Is it
before.
scion or scion?
It is Scion. You got it right.
Yeah.
First time for everything.
Kidding.
Oh, okay.
Is it a scion or a cylon?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it. But I wanted to. This is so embarrassing to talk about. But not because of this outfit I'm wearing or anything. I just play a lot of Overwatch, so I'm cosplaying. People look at you weird when you have money. Again, it has nothing to do with the space outfit.
That's clearly the I'm really angry. So
Yeah.
interesting. This means that I'm given the option because I'm pissed off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
I felt a little too low to give her my shoulder to cry
oh
on.
crap. Well, okay, when you don't.
Or when you don't.
Oh, I know! And that's worse, yeah. I'm super aware of that. I would way rather not have any money and just be normal. Right. Destroy the rich. That's what I think. Tear it all down.
Right.
She's an anarchist, isn't she?
Eh.
I liked her moxie.
Anyway, I went, and she introduced me to the chief of police. And he was like, "That's a very nice spacesuit. Who are you?" And I was like, "I work for NASA." Oh, sorry. "Oh, nice to meet you." And I said,
Never eat a pig because a pig is a cop. I better. No. Okay.
"What?
Wow.
Mine would've been
Fuck
better.
off, white supremacist!"
Outstanding.
At least that's the way it was said. It could have been worse. Did you? Oh, yeah, what happened?
Yancy tried to pull me away, but you know, look what I'm wearing. Then she said I was embarrassing her, so I left.
Okay, Yancey's a woman.
Yep.
It's true though. Did you know that institutions can be racist?
We've studied this in class, and I
Tell me
also
more.
heard about a great new,
sucked out of the room.
I heard about a great new band. Have you ever heard Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
I think Yancy is her mom.
Yeah, I'm guessing. That's the classic.
but
I
she
call her
didn't.
by her first name because I hate her.
Sorry, of course you do. I don't have to tell you how bad the LOPD is for people of color.
Wow.
Ouch. Please don't make me do this. Please don't make me do this one. That's
Yes.
I let that one
yes.
go.
it's just like,
Yes.
I let it go.
oh no, it made me angrier. Great.
It's very fascist.
So you're against everything your mom stands for. She was a bit controlling as a parent.
Totally. Wait, how'd you know?
Because you're in a freaking spacesuit.
Your angst is palpable.
You're flaneuring.
Dressed in a pink Iron Maiden.
I mean, sorry, like.
Of course you couldn't just not mention it. Okay. Wait, what?
It's a Kinder Mech.
I was gonna say.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, so this is a Kindermech. It's the Michelle model, which which they make specifically for girls.
This is terrifying.
Yancy would want you to know that it's the slimline model.
Oh my god.
The future's scary,
I
y'all.
can't even talk about that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you get to put decals on the outside. That's
Wear your own bumper stickers. I've never heard of a Kinder Mech.
I'm not surprised. It's super expensive. Super expensive. Super expensive.
She's
I
like a
don't-
little
I just don't-
future
Come on,
Cartman.
Arv.
Well, no, I don't like the line. I don't even the line. I'm
I
like,
had nothing to say to that.
I would have actually said something more pointed there if I could have, but
Yancy put me in this when I was 4. After I got hit by the car.
whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
did I mention that part? Another person got hit by a car in my presence. Me. A lot of car accidents around me for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But I was fine. After the surgery, they just had to replace my entire body with this mech. It's fine. I'm just... She totally overreacted. But she got it, so... If it happened to you, she got it, so if it happened again...
I would be all set.
You're
and I
just
could
totally off limits around being around cars.
and I become
ever.
Robo Kinder like that.
This is like the footloose of taxi driving.
You know.
Like that happens to anybody twice. I mean, come on, getting struck by lightning twice, that happens every day? What? I wouldn't even feel it.
Whoa! Mom made it so you can't feel it if you're hit by a car next time? Damn.
There's no real part of me left. It's just my head.
Can you take it off?
Lady, I'm 13. What do you want from me?
What?
Not until
Oh my
I'm
God.
18.
It's like a chastity belt. I'm sorry.
God, it really is.
Not
It's a
yet.
chastity mech.
It's a
Not
chastity
until I-
bag, yeah.
Not until I'm 18. Don't you know that? That's when you're officially old enough to make your own decisions, apparently.
Like,
As a poor person of color, you've been lecturing for the last 10 minutes. I don't know any of these things. Why don't you tell me more about it?
right, yeah.
Let's see.
Jesus.
How is that game?
The world needs better anarchists, apparently.
Right?
How is that legal?
This is what I've been saying about my whole life!
5 stars.
I tried to get emancipated. Wait, what? I tried getting, okay. I tried getting emancipated, you know.
But the Kinder mech said no.
I had to appeal to the Kinder mech.
But my lockpicking skill wasn't high enough, so I just have to keep waiting till I level up a couple more times. But the courts in this country are terrified of Yancy. Just because my family has money. It's so sick and fascist.
Someone learned this word recently and loves it.
Yeah, he uses it everywhere.
What does it feel like?
She's using the anarchists' version of socialism just over and over and over and over again. It's torture. She always knows where I am. She can check it wherever she wants.
Oh my god.
There's a camera in here. Wait, what?
This whole thing is bad. No wonder this kid's messed up.
This is awful. There's a camera in here. She can see what I'm looking at, and she can hear every word I'm saying. Isn't that right, Nancy?
Oh, this will answer your question, chap.
I tried to pierce my ears once, and my arms locked in place.
This is like every teenager's extremist version of what they fear from like, you know, like don't tell me what to do, really?
Yeah.
Like, you know. Oh my god.
You know, like, oh god, Mom.
Robo Kid.
Oh, God.
Yes, of course you did. Of course you did.
Arv, I'm gonna have to ask you to burn the VOD for this recording after. I feel so dirty.
Immediately taking the clip to Twitter, right?
Oh my goodness. I even tried to put this "fuck fascism" sticker on. and it peeled right off the chassis. There's a content filter.
Oh my god. You must be able to take it off to sleep at least.
No, it's got pillows inside. I watched an anime once where an old man wore his hospital bed like a mech. This is essentially what it is. I can't take it off. I sleep in
Get
it.
you with morphine when it's
Ever.
bedtime.
Y'all, we gotta liberate this girl.
Yeah.
It's so unfair. I don't even get to fly like Iron Man, woman.
What,
Wait
she
a
didn't
minute.
tell us that she's actually like possessed by a demon or something. Like really.
Yes, actually,
the hour that we went through.
She's like, okay, so I murdered 5 people before they put the suit on, but
Yeah,
really,
but,
like,
you know, it was just an accident.
Also,
yeah,
yes,
it's pretty extreme.
everything I've said up to this point is actually the Kindermac talking. Right? Why doesn't anyone else see that?
oh, we're moving towards normal. Okay. Let's see. Normal. in
Where do you
terms of
live anyway? In
baseline.
this Mac, it's my house. It's got a
Where?
mail slot right in the arm.
Where do you live anyway?
You'll see it.
Oh. Over the
I'm gonna
last
fly
few
up there in the
minutes.
suit in a minute.
Over the last few minutes, the streets had gotten cleaner. The buildings around us had gotten taller. And the people?
Gotten robotier.
Actually, there wasn't a soul in sight.
And I'm a ginger, so I don't have a soul either.
Wow.
This is me. Ginger Robot Kindermech.
We pulled up to the high rise with
I
the
didn't do that.
titanium something.
It did. Titanium etched in something, I think.
Hey, Athena, open gate.
The lights on her suit pulsed and the gate creaked open. Oh, it must have been the lions that were at the gate. What's with the lions?
They keep the fascists out. No. Oh, look at this. I just got a message from Yancy. Thank you at least for going home, and not your aunt's or God knows where. We'll talk in the morning. In the meantime, think about your political opinions. You'll be more persuasive using reasoned arguments.
I've shown my logic and reason by attaching you to a robot suit that I'm keeping you
Yes,
until you're 18.
look at this reason.
I'm all about reason and no rigidity. Metal rigidity around your body.
Rather than obscene outbursts. What bullshit. It's bullshit, right?
Yes,
I
because
only
it's
just
coming
learned
from
that
a
word
woman who
yesterday.
imprisoned you in a mech.
Yes, exactly,
It is
yes.
100%. Yes, stay angry, Gideon. Yes.
Yes, you stay angry, Gideon. Stay angry, Carl.
This is to Pat. I like either that or that. Anger is the only thing they're really afraid. No, they're not afraid of anger, but passion they are.
Yeah, I think your passion is what the world needs.
Right on! I knew you'd get it.
Rain
5
the stars on me, baby. Rain the stars down.
We want those 5 stars.
It's so important. I'm gonna tell everyone I know to vote no on Sophie's Law this week. Wait, I just realized. Does everybody... Sophie's Law.
As in Sophie's Choice, you mean?
That name has some bad...
Yeah.
Maybe we can make a difference. I'm betting there's a reason they picked that name.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, her metal-tipped fingers danced on the door handle.
Oh, excuse me, sorry, this voice is very high. I just gotta say,
I'm going to give you your own car, 700 cameras, and...
A new girlfriend.
Oh, no.
I don't get to talk to many people who treat me like a person. Wait, well, I said oh, right, okay, 13. I don't get to talk to many people who don't treat me like a person? And not like a kid. No, I'm making up a line. I'm not even reading the damn thing anymore.
It seemed like she was going to say something else, but she just shifted in her suit. Then, in a flash, she was out the door. As I watched near the arched double doors, I got the awful sense, something. I got the awful sense that the suit was doing the walking, not her.
God. Whew.
I waited to make sure she was inside okay, as if anything could hurt her. She looked back at me before the gate slammed shut. At least...
As I pulled away from the Avengers Tower.
Yeah, at least I think she did. It all happened so quickly.
All right. Let's see it. Let's see it.
I can take that off now.
5 stars. Rob, you got one more.
Awesome! He's a great driver and so interesting to talk to. Riley gets me.
Convince the flaneur, convince the kindermech. We are in.
The Kinder Mech.
Rating stayed the same. Look, this is the second straight 5-0 rating, okay? All right, give me that cash. That paid for my charge just then. All right, we're now in Liberty Heights. We got 3 left, so...
You got good battery.
Got good battery. Now, I wonder if more things... Also, I wonder if I had said I hope she's a robot, if that would have actually created the... she would have been a robot.
Oh, the setting? Interesting. Yeah. As I turned the corner, I slowed the car. A throng of people had gathered in the streets. They surrounded an empty Capra car in a messy circle.
Oh, man, it's going to be the riot anti-cop.
They were yelling, barking things to each other and at the car. A few were taking swings at it with chains and socket wrenches.
This is actually the prequel to Detroit Becomes Human.
Prequel to a lot of things.
Right? The auto car made dozens of tiny, rapid-fire turns, trying to free itself from the circle. I thought of a moth trapped between window panes.
Oh.
Then, another sound. Wowzer, somebody got excited. Then, another sound. Was that my back door?
Oh, look what just stopped.
It was Russ the robot.
Look what just got in the car.
Cyborg.
Whoa.
Yes. What the hell?
This looks like, I'm guessing... so some, like, a cyborg of some kind with a prosthetic robot arm.
Yes.
And
her
she's
arm
here at
runs
these
on,
riots,
yeah.
so
And
she's
it-
Her arm
maybe
needs to go at least
non-binary,
88 miles per hour to work.
Maybe something like that. Maybe they're part of this, like, riot, too. Or maybe they're running from being... They might have been running from it because they have
That's
the
what
arm.
I think. They're trying to get out from these
Yeah,
riots.
they're trying to get out of there. So I don't know, Russ. See what you can do with that sort of premise.
I need to get out of here. I need you to go. I'll pay.
What the...
Listen, I'll explain where we need to go. You're a neocab, right?
I'm...
A neocab, right? You drive people. We need to go. I can't be here.
Okay. No, I'm not going to say that.
My pulse raced in my ears so loud I couldn't think straight.
Well, damn it. That's not an option. All right, fine.
I gritted my teeth. I was too angry.
Okay. I guess it's...
What the hell are you doing in my car? You want a ride? You go through Neocab. You don't just open up my door without asking.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Look, I'm sorry. Seriously. But that's my famed bike under the wheels of that Capra, okay?
Oh.
I nearly died. And if we don't get out of here now, the cops will be here and my life will actually be over.
So did he set it up to try to run to, like...
Looks like it to, like, maybe set the Capra car up for... To hit them? Yeah.
Huh.
I can explain everything, but first you need to put some distance between us and that mob.
All right.
Okay, we're getting out of here, but you're explaining everything. I clenched my hands on the wheels. No way I was letting anything slide right now.
Damn it.
Heat flared in my face. I was sick and tired of being pushed around.
Are we still sitting here?
You know what?
Go.
No. If the cops are coming, that's your issue.
Damn.
Wowzer. And stop telling me what to do from the backseat of my own car.
Wow.
I let the silence and the tension fill the space. packs looked so scared. The mob outside was getting worse, and I did I really want to deal with the LOPD right now?
Hey, you've got panic eyes. I see you. Do you see me?
Ooh. I can usually get a read on a person the first time I see their face. Savvy called it my truth download. Not like she ever listened when it was about someone she wanted to date. But I needed to be calm to hear that little voice inside my head. And this PAX had me all riled up. Ooh, meet their eyes. I met their eyes in the rearview mirror. And it worked. It was as clear as if they were saying it out loud, and I knew they were sorry. They were safe, and that they were just trying to survive.
Digging this music.
Yeah, right? Like me.
You're the sort of person who feels things really intensely, right? Well, this is an intense situation. Please, take 1 second to see me asking you for help. And drive.
Ooh. I held their gaze.
God damn it! Just put the...
I felt the fear evaporate. My pulse slowed. Heyo.
There we go.
They trailed off as they watched my field grid crash from... They trailed off as they watched my field grid crash from angry red to a chill green. It seemed to calm them down, too.
Good night, Hillness. Enjoy Uber Simulator. Thanks.
You're wearing one of those field things. And it looks like we're cool.
Y'all, I just need y'all to know, I gotta get on this, like, glowing jewelry situation. Their vibe is super dot, and I want to know where they get their get-ups.
Yep.
Okay, I'm done.
Yep.
Done.
Yep.
I need glowing jewelry.
Immediately. Be aware of that, chat. You know, if you know any places, you know, you want to...
Give me that UV jewelry.
No, I'm not going to go back to this.
We're cool.
Oh, God.
That's good, because me and the LOPD are not.
Man, I did not need to hear the whoop just then. It's like, no,
I mean, it was like, run!
Oh, no!
It's the pigs.
Good night, Sticker Glue.
The real
Lauren!
neocab starts now.
Oh, no.
I got us out of there in the nick of time.
Stupid
as the
Prius
squad car-
bastard.
Just as the squad cars rolled up and the bike punks scrambled into the night.
Suddenly break into it. I didn't even have to use my AK. I gotta say, it wasn't.
What's your name?
I'm Azul. Ow. Why does adrenaline have to wear off? This shit hurts, dude.
I'm Lena. Where are we going?
Take me. Oh shit, I need to get to work. I work at this club in Luz Rouge. It's not too far. Shit, ow.
Oh, boy. It's like, I'm
Ow.
just turning into full robot.
I'm just, yeah, my body's just morphing.
No.
Are you okay?
I'm bleeding.
Oh,
Not on
damn
the
it.
car.
And this is a
Fine.
cloth seat, too. Like,
Oh no, can I help?
Can you give me stitches and antibiotics?
no problem.
No. Is that bad?
No, forget it. I'm just rattled and bleeding. Thanks for asking. And don't worry, I won't mess up your car. I bleed on the inside.
That was thoughtful. NeoCab is supposed to cover cleaning costs for things like that. But once they do, there's always a mysterious operation surcharge that'll pop up in your paycheck a few days later.
I got hit by a Capra. I was on my bike. It came out of nowhere. Sideswiped me and then it just kept driving. Right over my fucking bike.
Ooh, we got a green one finally.
Yep.
Did you get the plate number?
Shit. No, I didn't. Don't bother going back, though. Just forget it.
No, we're doing this. You know.
And all those people just showed up?
No, I called a radic swarm, of course.
Of course. You know, my flaneur friends.
Many flaneurs approve of radic swarms.
What's a radic swarm?
You know what a radix is, right?
Of course, but what's
I
a swarm?
do not.
It's like an onion, but it's a tuber.
No
That's a
clue.
radish. We're activists. We stand up against corporate entities like Capra.
Okay.
Radix is all about direct action to change the city for the people. Getting rid of cars, that's just the seed. And I put my seed everywhere. What grows from that?
That went from like 10 to 90 in about one word.
0 to after dark. Was on a clutch.
Public transit that works. A big chunk bitten out of the luxury market. Most people just see us as punks on bikes, but most people are blind.
Can I join? That's exactly what I need. Right? Like, I'd like to learn a little more, but like, oh, sounds good. Can I be part of it?
Yeah, I'd like to join a rebellion day one in the city.
You know.
So then, what's a swarm?
If you're a member of Radix and you're in trouble, you take the Sword of Omens and you point it up in the air. Thunder! Thunder! You know, like if you get hit by a Capra. You send up a flare on the app. Call a Radix swarm.
It's an app.
Of course, everything's an app.
Dot wants the neon mood ring. I want the Radix app. Like, I want the
Neon
Radix
mood,
swarm
yeah.
app. So I could just be like,
Can I
you know,
have rebellion app, please?
I don't have to wear a mask inside the store. Really? Radix app. Radix
It alerts the other members. It shows them where you are. It tells them you need help.
Radix has an app.
Radix has an app? All I
Oh, it
could
won't let me
feel
do
were-
it because it's just good vibes.
Oh, okay.
Like,
All I could feel were good vibes.
that doesn't work. All right.
So that was help? Doesn't seem like it did much for you if you're here with me.
It just got crazy. I don't know. I hit the Radix swarm. What else am I supposed to do?
It's because I'm on an iPhone. I only got a Radix trickle.
I didn't expect that.
Is this your first time calling a swarm?
Is this your first time wearing a mood bracelet? Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, is it? It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be all cool.
What's it supposed to be?
Thank you for the host shout out with the appropriate Sword of Omens call.
Hold on, let me check. Someone else is calling a swarm right now in my Radix.
You're getting
True.
alert.
I don't know. I thought they'd save me, but it was just like they showed up to fuck up the Capricorn.
Because you have the free version, you need the
help.
premium one to actually do that.
Nobody tried to get my bike or whatever. It's just... One dude helped me up, but like the second I said I was okay, it didn't matter anymore. That I called the Radix. It was my swarm, you know? It's like I pushed the button.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
Yeah.
But I'll get you where you need to go.
That makes it even worse.
Why do you say that?
Because I need to go back. Oh, no, because it's still a fucking car. You're still putting people at risk every day. I'm very anti-car. Plus, I shouldn't be riding around in a death machine in front of a bunch of Radix folks. It looks stupid.
Let's see. Good vibes.
Yeah. Getting out of there was the right idea.
Do you think they saw me get in?
Oh, these poor folk.
Yeah, no.
Nah. They seemed pretty focused on the car.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I could feel them relax just a little.
Just a little.
What a fucking night. My leg's killing me. My bike's gone. And I lost an arm. Look at, oh my
I have a
god!
hornet tattoo on my right arm.
They're probably gonna ask me to leave Reddix. If you call a flimsy swarm, you're out.
I doubt that. They need people like you.
People who cruise around in death machines.
Yeah, right there.
People who call cars death machines.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, 5 stars.
Whatever. Look, where I'm going, we won't need roads. I don't want them to see me get out of your car.
Oh my god, everybody's so embarrassed of our car.
I know, right?
This is a POS, all right? So if you just drop me like corner Guadalupe and Bernie Sanders Street, I'll walk the rest of the way.
I'm once again going to ask you to drop me off at a corner where I can. Yeah, he called your car a death machine, but no, because riding a motorbike is straight metal gang, all right? But driving in a car, that's a death machine. I mean, like
Bernie Sanders ran 6 presidential campaigns, and all he got was this stupid street sign.
I like to think that at this time period, Bernie Sanders at the age of 175 is still alive, but still being like the millionaires and the cabrionaires.
They wheel him around.
I'm going
in a
to do one
Kindermech
more
to keep him safe.
presidential. I'm going to do one more presidential run at the age of 169, and this time I'm gonna win.
Let's see. On that leg? I don't know what the questions were.
It's just a scrape. I'm fine.
Your call.
Well, yeah. My swarm. I call my swarm.
They lean to look out the window.
Does that mean my pronouns are they, them?
Yes, I would
Just
assume.
I think so.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, here's good. Maybe just pull into the alley.
The whole block looked pretty deserted, but I still slipped into the shadows. Whatever would put their mind at ease.
You don't record this, right? The NeoCab deal?
Right, no cameras. Nothing on the app. You were never here, Azul.
We're not live streaming this on Twitch right now. It was never.
Nobody knows you're here.
Okay.
Hi, Azul.
How much do I owe you?
Can't say the same for your bionic arm, though. Not sure what it's tracking.
No charge.
For real?
We're not all effing death machines. Point at the camera. Okay, roll.
You were in a tough situation. I would have wanted to get out of there too. Don't worry about it. The money. Just be safe.
Damn. Thank you. Listen, you didn't have to help out like that. I really appreciate it. But what you saw?
No worries. I'll keep quiet.
Thanks. Shit, wait, I didn't get your name.
Lena.
Cool. Thanks, Lena. I'm Azul. I said that right.
Yes.
You did. And you're welcome. Have a good night.
5 stars rating.
Azul stepped out of the car, stumbled a bit.
0 rating. He was never there.
Yeah, couldn't put too much weight on their knees. Without so much as a look back, though, they shook it off and limped into the alley. It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. Checked my feel grid, yellow-green.
Good.
On my most nights, I'd call it quits about now, or maybe push on for one last ride if I had it in me. But until I heard from Savvy, I had nowhere to go. When was she going to text me back?
All right. Rating?
I don't know if you'll get
It didn't go through the app. We don't get a rating.
Yeah, you're right. All right. So I hadn't really met my quota, really.
We are up to 5 stars, though.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's true. So we are sitting at straight up 5. Okay. Well, let's do another pickup request. And what do we got? What is that?
That's where you
Oh,
are.
that's where I am. Okay. Oh man, everybody is elsewhere. Right, what do we got? We've got.
Oh, he's gonna have to go clear across the city.
What the? Aganon, nourish me, all ye in pain. I carry my strength to rise once again. Okay, that is not a chill ride.
Check. It'll show you too how much power you'll have left when you're done.
Oh yeah. That's true. So that would be. It looks like they're in the same area. That's how much we'll have left. Huh? That's a long ride. Well, we can hit that and then go to the.
It's true. To the club.
All right, and then Klaus Berg, student of the world, and the opinions expressed on this feed are mine and mine alone. All right.
Oh.
Or Luke Howard, strategic
Blogger.
intelligence analyst. Here there be opinions engage at own risk. Oh God, no! I don't want to have a discussion with Reddit.
We've had a lot of opinions tonight.
Yeah, I mean, so the question is, do we go
Aganon
with
it is.
Aganon, or do we?
I think let's Aganon it. He's the closest, right?
But look
Or
at
they
his
are the
rating
closest.
though. His rating is 3.
Yeah,
Are we
you
cool?
guys fight the night.
We are we are having a night anyway, so I think
I would
Aganon
go
is
on
where
the-
it's at.
You really?
I would
Yeah.
go
It's
for the guy on the
Yeah, I
left.
vote we Aganon.
I don't vote for Agnon if my vote counts.
Okay, you do not. You vote for
Vote for the student.
I vote for the guy on the far left.
Klaus Berg. You vote
Klaus
for Klaus
Berg?
Berg.
The student.
All right. We'll do the
I
student
mean,
of
if
the
you're trying,
world.
if you want to
I'm
have
sorry,
a chill,
I'm
chill
a
night,
student of the world, not
Well,
a
actually,
student.
Zach, you're going to be the next one up.
Uh-huh.
So in a way, it's really, do you want to play Klaus or do you want to play Aganon?
That's true. Yeah, you get to pick
Oh.
because you got to voice it.
If I got a voice that I want to do Agnon.
Let's
That's
do
the-
Aganon.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Okay.
Night 1.
I love the
Outer Lands District.
Windows-ish sound effect.
Yeah,
Plus all
it's kind of vintage, little retro.
Oh my God.
God.
Oh,
Ah, here we go. The Pax's eyes were dim as he dropped into the back seat.
because for the agent, what's his name from the Hitman?
It's the hitman guy.
Yeah, like 42.
It's
No, 40,
it's the
whatever
son
it
of the hitman guy and like the character from Powder.
is. What the?
Oh my lord.
Have
The
fun,
Pax's,
Zach.
yeah, the Pax's eyes were dim as he dropped into the back seat. He looked.
Like the goth face Savvy and I went through.
At last, the Sith will rise again. At last, we will have our revenge.
Like a bad day come to life. He was headed to the Fife Street subway station. Could that be right? Hey, why don't I just take you to directly wherever you're going? Aganon only sighed.
Schumann, you have no.
I pulled into traffic and left him in a mood. Left him to his mood. I had my own things to stew about. I should have been with Savvy by now, drinking to my new life in Los Ojos. A nice, spicy margarita made by a robot, probably. That sounds tasty. A spicy margarita made by a robot? Yes, please.
Okay, one more of these, and then I'm just gonna tuck my daughter, and I'll be right back.
Instead, she left me to drive the graveyard shift with a sad, silent Pax.
That seems perfect. I'll be back in 1 second. Bear with me.
I love Zach was like, yeah, I want to play this character. Silent, mute.
I'm loving it so far. I'm curious.
Let's hear your best sigh, Zach.
Well, I'm gonna take another quick pee berry because y'all know. I gotta
Gangnam
pee
Style.
all the time.
Oh. That's still Psy.
It's true.
Yeah. Just a different type. Not the Psy you expected.
That's what I come here for, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
To experience things I never expected, like
Yeah.
voicing a 13-year-old girl in a Kindermech.
Yeah. Someone's gonna call you up.
That
and be
was
like, "Hey,
not.
what did
Let me tell
do?"
you. Let me tell you right now, Zach and chat. If you had our vocalist bingo cards handed out to you tonight before you sat down,
Yeah.
that one wasn't on it. I'm telling you.
This game and Ace Attorney has some pretty wild card characters. Oh man. I'd say they're on par right now.
Oh goodness.
Hmm. I'm waiting for when we pick someone up that tries to kill us. Might be this guy. I don't know. The idea of the whole Kindermech thing as an extension, there's that one app that some parents force their kids to use. I think it's called Nextdoor. No, Nextdoor is the neighborhood app. There's an app that some parents install on their kids' phones that like tracks their location 24/7 and everything they do. I feel
I've
like
heard about that stuff. Like,
is just like
because I'm not. I'm not hooked into that world because I'm a bachelor and have no kids, but I've definitely heard of some weird stuff that parents have access to like clamp down on their kids' movements and locations. And let me just tell you, as somebody who was a kid during the start of that generation of that kind of thing, like right before it took off, that shit doesn't work.
Yep, only makes it worse.
Like, it doesn't work.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I would
What?
I would have had a very different high school experience if my parents could know where I was all the time.
Well, I mean, I'm saying
So
like
you
the first
needed
step for
something
me
like
was
that.
like it was like having a cell phone. Like the first time I had a cell phone and my parents could reach me anywhere, I was like, oh, I have a cell phone. Oh, my parents are now with me all the time.
Oof.
Like, there's that scary realization of, oh no, this is not how I thought this was gonna go.
Yeah, but the tracking stuff's really scary. I think they have stuff that you can install in cars too now. Like your insurance company can install things to track your children's driving and their driving habits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like if you have OnStar on a car, that there's like a
Yeah, it's like checking your stuff.
maybe not OnStar. Yeah. But again, it's like, and there's another thing about it too. It's like the specific choice. I don't know who developed this game, but the Sophie's Law was one thing that disturbed me. And then the fact that it was specifically called a Kindermech, because I'm Jewish. The only time I ever heard the word kinder was from my grandmother because she spoke a little bit of Yiddish from her family.
I've never heard that. My only
Yiddish
knowledge of
well,
the,
yes, because
I was gonna say my only knowledge of
no, go ahead.
kin is like kinfolk or the sandwich shop Kinders. What's the history there? I don't know anything about it.
Right. Well, kinder is child in Yiddish, and Yiddish was, I mean, it was a language. I mean, I don't, but it's also it's the same word in Yiddish as it is in German, and it could just be I don't know if it was based off of the German version of kinder or the Yiddish version of kinder, because it's the same word, but depending on which one they took it from, it has a completely different connotation,
okay.
at least in my mind. Kindermech.
I just assumed.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Interesting.
Okay, sorry about that.
I mean, I have a very weird relationship with it because Yiddish is a language born out of an entire swath of people being, persecuted for a very long time.
On we go. Sorry about that.
Instead, she left me to drive the graveyard.
One of the reasons
shift
why no
with
one
a-
speaks it anymore. Oh, I'm sorry.
Instead, she left me to drive the graveyard shift with a sad, silent Pax.
Oh, I was clicking my mouse. I'm like, why is nothing happening? I'm like, oh, because I'm playing it on Switch. That would be why. Do I have this? I think I have green, right?
I think so.
Yep.
It was just bad timing. She seemed so anxious about her work thing. I could totally relate, even if my boss was an algorithm. I'd laughed this one off with her when we were unpacking boxes tomorrow.
Anyone getting this really ominous feeling about like Savvy and like
Yeah, that she's about to disappear.
something's about to happen?
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Uh-oh.
What do we call him?
Aganon.
Aganon found my eyes in the rearview mirror.
That's troubling.
Yeah, it is. He pulled his lip into a tight, joyless smile.
This is also reminding me. His thing reminds me of Aeon Flux a lot. Like
Yeah, his style,
yeah.
the art design, yeah.
Lena, right?
That's me.
Lena, what makes you so happy?
Excuse me?
I saw you smiling to yourself just now. I'm pursuing that feeling.
I just want to see this actor.
Wow.
You think he looks like this? Let me see. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he really does. He also reminds me a little bit of he looks a little bit like Christopher Eccleston to me.
Yeah.
But okay. Yeah, that's a good one, Shadow. Oops, sorry. There's chat. Okay, good.
You look like a happy person.
That must change.
I mean,
Yikes.
isn't everyone?
No, decidedly not. Are you convinced that you're happy? Tell me this. Is it working? Are you happy?
My God.
I'm fine. I feel fine.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much.
Happiness comes and goes for me.
Exactly. Like a mirage. Like the illusion happiness is. I've resigned myself to the underlying truth.
There is no spoon.
Let me guess.
The cake is a lie. Life is pain. Pain is life. It's the only constant, I find.
Especially when I pour jam on my head in concentric circles.
Mind if I ask what's got you down?
Everything and nothing. The tiniest slights. The most cosmic horrors.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of sad stories inside this car, and told a few of them myself, too. Something told me this one was going to be a little new.
God, what gave it away? Gosh.
Don't that middle one. Don't say that to somebody. Nope.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Don't say that one.
And this is like, I understand what we're getting at, but Marcus Aurelius is not the one to be quoting right now, so we're gonna go with
Correct.
this.
Being in a bad mood together feels kind of good, doesn't it?
Although in fairness, I didn't love any of these choices, but this is the best of a big group.
Buzz.
He was quiet, but I could almost feel him forming something to say. It was so intense, like.
Are you?
He started speaking in tongues.
You seem like
What is hum? What is hum?
Bacon.
He wrung his long fingers in his lap.
I mean, I'm going to ask the players when we get done, but my guess is I think this has been a hit so far. So yes, I would.
Yeah, this
assume-
has been very cool.
Dude,
I
this
would
is
assume we'll
awesome.
Play it again. So
This is super cool.
that would be lovely, Shadowed. I wasn't going to ask you, but yeah, if it's.
Shadow
that'll be
is our
pretty
hero.
sweet. I don't. The only thing is, Shadowed. It's supposedly not a super long game, but I imagine it would be last for a few sessions anyway. So.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get 3 or 4 sessions out of
Yeah.
it.
Sorry, did you do this one already, Dot?
He wrung his long fingers in his lap.
I'm glad you like it, Lamo.
May I tell you about something very important to me?
Sure. What is
Have you ever heard of a flaneur?
I love cats. So cute and fluffy. I just want to bury my face in a box full of cats.
his voice dropped deeper, like he was speaking from inside a cave.
If it fits, my face sits.
You carry me now on my nightly quest to seek cats. I mean,
Okay, wait.
The
Which
pain.
Vampire the Masquerade house is he from?
Yeah,
Nosferatu, obviously.
I would vote Nosferatu,
Actually-
possibly Malkavian.
I was about to ask what
Yeah.
Dot's expert opinion was. The pain worm?
what you think? Yeah, I would think a little
Not-
Malkavian.
Yeah. He doesn't have to relegate himself to either one.
Yeah, Shadowed. I would love to see what the aesthetic would be. I mean, yeah.
It is called Metawopian, the dark leviathan that roils beneath Los Ojos, feasting. We nourish it. Do you see? You and I, and millions like us. And soon,
He will be thrown into the pit at the start of Dark Souls and begin his journey.
very soon, Metawopian will emerge.
Okay, sounds good. Sleep well, Garlic.
Sleep well.
I thought you were
Garlic
saying
tofu.
that too. to this guy. It's like, all right, dude, get the hell out. This is kind of weird now. Like, you sleep good now.
Thanks a lot, and have a good night.
And
Yeah,
here's
he
your
might-
stop.
he might see.
Bellowing its cry of infinite despondence.
I mean, look, you all knew this when we got a blurry picture and the guy's name was Aganon. Like, I don't think we were fooled. Like, I was expecting to have flowers and...
And it will consume all of our pain.
Oh, he's
All of it.
smiling.
Gone
All right, stay on that line. Pain worm, pain worm.
forever.
Oh my God, he laughed. Everyone be afraid.
That's just...
Did he shave off his eyebrows?
Well,
No, they're just really
that's...
Okay.
Also, the city will be destroyed.
Just, you know,
That's
just
oh.
That's just the
Okay.
offhand.
passing off some useful information. You know, if you just, if you've been living here a while, you might want to get out of town.
What a time to be alive. Aganon made a hissing sound.
He's from House Slytherin.
I decided to leave him to his gloomy silence.
Harry Potter.
It was so dark.
Harry
It-
Potter.
It was so dark, I almost missed the subway station.
Okay,
had-
Aganon will not be named. What do you think?
You can let me out by this Horcrux. I mean,
There was only a flickering sign over a dingy stairwell.
Hey, live suing, what's up?
He seemed like he was waiting for me to say something.
you too feel
My new
worse.
2021 greeting.
I mean...
You too feel worse.
I can't believe you'd say that.
Please don't ask me to marry you.
Your understanding feeds my quest tonight.
Give me the 5 stars.
I'll make an offering to Medawopian in your honor.
My God.
Expect to reap his spoils soon.
Also, my name is Jace. Oh, like...
Oh, that makes sense.
I am known by others as Aganon, but you may call me Carl. The pain worm always rewards devotion.
Wait, did that mean something good or bad was about to happen?
Hey, look, don't question it.
At least I made him satisfied.
Oh, hey, I see what you did there.
Ooh.
In his dark coat, he moved across the street like a shadow.
A
Disappeared
shadow.
into a subway tunnel.
I disappear into subway tunnels.
I wondered what kind of rituals he was going to get into down there.
All sorts of cats.
Or maybe he just hop a train to the suburbs. Yeah, he lives in his mom's basement
He's back in the suburbs.
and plays
Yep.
TTRPGs online. Okay,
Oh.
yeah, get that 5 stars.
Oh, what? Why do I only get 4 stars? That's a...
Here's
That's
the
a
thing
bull.
though. He only had a 3-star rating, so you beat his rating.
Okay.
He was probably a tough one, you know what I'm saying?
He's not here to
I mean,
make
even
you
the
happy.
people- that's like the
He's
people
not-
on Amazon who are like, they're just like, you know, I really, I appreciate this book. Really changed the way that I thought about the world. 2 stars. Like, excuse me, excuse
Arv. He now has succeeded in making you satisfied.
That's true. Well done. He probably thinks I'm getting happier because he gave me less than 5 stars. Anyway, sorry,
It's
Dot.
true. I hope he makes you sad.
Sorry, Zach. I mean,
Together, we nourish the pain worm.
your rating decreased. Look at that. I lost. Oh, God.
You're welcome. Feel worse.
This was the best first date ever.
Oh, finally,
Oh,
Savvy
look.
texted us.
So sorry. Lena, fast as you can.
So sorry.
Oh boy, see
Where are you?
what? My message could not be delivered.
Uh-oh.
What the? Wait, that's not good.
I'm flooring it. I'll be there ASAP.
Oh, geez, we
Message
have, like,
could
no
not be
energy, too.
delivered.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make the cross with. Yeah, we're maybe pushing the car home.
Quick,
What the-
summon a Radix Swarm. Radix Swarm.
An LOPD speed trap nearly nabbed me on the way over. Too close. But I still wasn't fast enough. This was definitely it. The location of Savvy's SOS pin. was just an empty lot in between some abandoned storefronts. I could only see it as far as my headlights, but there was no trace of her. No text since "so sorry" either.
Yeah, exactly, Trippin.
I tried texting one more time. There was no answer. Had I missed her? If I'd driven here faster, would she be getting into my car right now, laughing off her crazy night? It was so dark I could barely see the broken bottles all over the ground. There wasn't a good place for anyone to wait around at night, especially alone. Especially someone like Savvy.
Yep.
Then, I saw it. Face down on the curb. Her phone. I grabbed it and a chill ran up my arms. It was shattered right in the center of the hollow screen. Now totally dark and cold. It looked like it had been stepped on.
Well, crap.
There was a sticker on the back, a punk-looking symbol of a wasp inside a bicycle gear. Hey, guess whose arm that was on?
That's the Radix thing.
There was a sticker on the back, a punk-looking symbol of a wasp inside a bicycle gear. I sketched it in my journal app and stashed her phone in my glove box. That explained the radio silence. What happened here? Someone must have grabbed it from her. Someone who didn't want her texting me. Who would do that? If you know her at all, you know Savvy's not someone you should mess with.
Didn't you just say she has the hands of a 3-year-old? Like, what? I mean, like...
Yeah, right? My field grid was hard red. That seemed about right.
Ah, the rage.
I wondered what Savvy's field grid looked like right now. What she was feeling. What she was thinking. All I could imagine was not comforting. I tried to push back my thoughts and focus on what I could do right now. I remembered what Azul had told me about Radix. No cops. My body felt crazy, like it was buzzing with nerves, but at the same time could barely keep my thought in my head. I had nowhere to go and no one to help talk things out. All I could do was try to get some sleep. My only option was Crasher to find a cheap
Pressure.
That's a great app name. My only option was Crasher to find a cheap motel or a spare room somewhere. Anywhere but Capra Capsule, if I could afford it. I closed out my neocab shift, and at least I'd hit my quota before my world turned upside down.
So, hotel?
Yeah, I guess it's saying you need some sleep.
Man, that is just some hot nonsense right
You're
there.
gonna hate him forever, but I think it's probably, I bet it's really hard to get anything but, like, 4 stars from him.
Probably. Well, whatever. I offered the actor a chance to do something that they... Okay. So
That was your first mistake. Never give the actor that much control.
Over to the right.
First let's get this thing.
Oh yeah, let's charge up.
Because we're like at nothing. All
Charge
this stuff is
up.
across the way.
Yeah, it seems like reporting to the police isn't an option.
Yeah.
Yikes, a little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. The asking price was 98 cents a bar. Pretty sweet deal, actually.
Nice. Fill her up.
I continued on my way.
All right. Let's get to the hotel. Night 1, the Servo District, Los Ojos, California. Give me that map. All right. So, are there different... Okay. Oh, all right. 1835, 20.
That's for a couch. That's for a
We
bed.
don't even have the money for that. Look at that.
Huh.
110.
Nice.
So...
You
and
got
this-
a bed crash down there in the south.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So
Get
what
to
is that?
sleep
What
on
is
a.
that? Did you say that's a... What is this?
That might be like a, I wonder if that's like a coffin. You know what I mean?
Like one of those
like a
pod things? Yeah, Capra
pod,
capsule.
sleeping pod. Yeah,
Oh, no,
Capra
we're not going to
capsule.
No. No. All right.
Hey, sometimes those are cool. They're all the rage in Japan.
Queen bed,
there's a
courtyard view. Yeah. Landmark Motel Azteca. Perfect.
and continental breakfast.
Yeah,
end
right.
up in the world.
Give me those croissants.
See?
Yeah, see, look at that's what you want right there.
Arv's too good for a capsule hotel.
Oh yeah, this definitely looks like fine living right here. Look at this place.
I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd get, even though I was exhausted. My mind was racing with worries about Savvy. But when my head hit the pillow at the Azteca, I went somewhere else. I slept like I was back in Cactus Flats in a room where I used to live, floating above all the things I'd own, all these beautiful little things. Rows and rows of little things, pine cones and seashells. I remembered where I'd gotten each one of them, and the joy I felt was so warm, like light inside my whole body.
And then I realized there were bed bugs.
I was so happy to be home. I kept floating, and then I wasn't in my nice room anymore. There wasn't anything in the room, and I couldn't breathe. I went for the door, and it didn't open. I screamed and screamed and screamed until all the air was gone, and I knew I was dying. Then I woke up. The advertised 24/7 breakfast was okay, but there were pine cones placed around the trays for decoration. I knew it had been a coincidence. Of course it was.
Yes, someone talked to the pain worm.
Yeah, right. This just turned into a
The sacrifice was a
situation.
success.
But the effort to ignore the thoughts that maybe it wasn't just a coincidence, that maybe the hotel was some kind of portal between the dream world and the real world. But then that would mean all I could summon were pine cones.
It's a hell of a superpower.
That's a freaking mood.
Yeah.
It all just kind of
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
it all
Pine
just
cone,
kind
pine
of
cone, pine cone, pine cone.
killed my appetite.
All right. Orange. Okay.
Back to
So,
work.
so this is actually, so now I have a question for.
How does one LARP when you have no money? You can't even buy a beanbag. You just throw a pine cone at people.
Exactly.
Pine
So I have a
cones are
question.
free, man.
I have a question for the Arvocalists. So it's 11:25 Eastern. We were going to stop around between 11:30 and 11:40. Do we want to do one last ride? And
I think we should
think-
stop now. We're at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think we should
Think so?
call it.
It's the
Yeah.
beginning of a
Yeah,
new
I
night. I
think-
think this is
yep.
a good spot. To
Okay, so have
stop.
have you do this, and then I'll be able to save it. I think. Doc.
Okay.
So.
A memory of what happened last night was a shadow over everything around me. The desperate text, Savvy's smashed phone. I tried to quiet my mind and just feel into my body for a second.
Good night, Limo.
This wasn't working. Where the hell was she? This wouldn't be the first time she's ghosted, but this felt different. And I knew basically nothing about what her life in Los Ojos was like. Savvy was headed to a nightclub, but its name, total mystery. Oh, and she was in some kind of trouble at work, whatever that was. I tried to recall as many details as I could about about last night, scribbling into my journal app until my hand ached. Maybe I'd seen that symbol on her phone before, after all. It wasn't a name, but it was a person to track down. A neighborhood. As long as I met my neocab quota, I could stay on the search without losing my job and leaving LO as a total disaster.
All right,
There
so
we go.
That'll be good. So that'll be the sort of game setup. Will be what we'll be doing next time. Is looking.
This
for her
game is
and
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
it really
It's
is.
neat.
Okay. So no, we are not starting the shift. We are going to. Let's see. How
There's
do I-
no
Does
exit.
it
You
autosave?
can't leave.
It looks like it's an
I
autosave.
assume it's just an autosave. So then do
Right.
we like? I think.
Yeah, it's got to be an autosave. Okay.
You just
then
Go to the
just
switch
that?
menu, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a little uncomfortable, but I'm assuming that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
I-
neat game.
It was thoughtful and kind of and
I have to be honest, y'all. It's really nice that the majority of these characters aren't men.
Yeah.
It's just kind of neat. It's just really awesome.
yep. I totally,
I'm so glad
with
that
you
we
there.
have you here,
Sorry,
Doc.
let me screen share that again so it doesn't mess up all the windows. Beg your pardon. Like that. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
our faces.
There we go. Yeah, I agree. It was nice to actually get some stuff that isn't just sort of. Also, to get stuff where there's more acting, which is really the point of this show, to do more voiceover. And so I think we had Dot obviously was doing a ton of stuff because she was the main character in this. Rob got, I think, just got because we would have had you next, but you had the what's her face Gideon. But Gideon was a cool character, especially
That was a
with
lot of fun.
voicing. And then Zach got Savvy and got Argonon, who wasn't actually in the taxi all that long. And then Russ, you got
The
Flaneur.
Flaneur.
And then also got Azul also. So
Azul.
I thought it was neat because it's a good format for this, I think, because it allows you to kind of switch off of these things. So
Yeah, it's neat.
So
and I imagine maybe we'll see the characters again. Like I think Azul's and definitely our Aganon is going to end up making and Savvy, of course. Yeah.
If we see Azul for a pickup, we're going to have to do that because we can ask him about the Radix thing.
That tattoo,
because of the thing that was on her phone or whatever. So it's cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I will start as per usual on the bottom of the column and work up. So I will start with Russ. Russ, the Flaneur was obviously epic. But I do also want to give you pop for doing a really good job on Azul because I thought Azul had a kind of good touch, kind of a good combination of don't bother me, but also like, all right, like kind of a
Azul has got some vulnerability underneath the robot skeletal structure for sure.
Exactly, underneath the prosthetic arm. How'd you feel about the game, and where will the lovely folks see you next?
I loved it. It was great. I've never played NeoCab before, and I thought it was awesome. And the writing is eerie in the sense that it's like it's so accurate.
Yeah,
it's so where we're headed.
No, that's your right. That's your thing.
It's gonna happen. This game is gonna happen at some point.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
God.
It is accurate then for
children joining revolutions against their parents while being trapped in robot mechs is very poetic.
Right.
It's the only thing Greta Thunberg is missing is the mech.
Oh my God, that's her final form.
Climate change, Kindermarken.
Man, I made this in Norway.
I still do the Brother Bradley Improv show once in a blue moon, so check out Brother Bradley Improv on Twitch. Otherwise, we'll be releasing a new Mech Report podcast soon. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you fine folk on the next one of these dealies.
Good stuff, man. Thank you. And good work tonight, Russ. Appreciate it. And I will catch you soon. I will catch you before we do another show, obviously. At set that are off stream. But thanks, Russ. Appreciate it.
I almost won a chicken dinner in Pubga last night. I just chickened out at the last second.
Oh man,
so close.
I'm excited. We gotta play again. I am excited to play. Thanks a lot, my friend. Appreciate it. Also, really appreciate Zach today. Zach, you got a chance to play the most ominous, Argonon, but also did a good job with representing Savvy, who I just had this feeling. I was like, something's bad, because it's like everything about Savvy makes my life worth living, and she's like, please drop me off at this sketchy place. I'm like, oh God. So you replicated all of those things. You reflected all those things very well. How'd you feel about this game? And where you'll be, where people will see you next, but go ahead and tell the fans where they can find you.
I really am enjoying this game so far. It's nice that pretty much all of the gameplay is voicing stuff. So it's nice when you're the person that's not in the cab, you can watch your fellow castmates also still voice acting. Whereas with other games that have a lot of gameplay, sometimes we're just watching you play for a while, which is a different feeling.
Right.
So yeah, and the writing
sucks.
Good.
I hate it. It's the worst part of doing. No, I'm kidding.
The concepts are very interesting. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes, and I like it. It's a nice format, nice game, and very interesting characters. This and Ace Attorney, as I was saying,
yes,
very weird characters. You don't know who you're gonna get.
That's true.
So the fine people will find me on this channel tomorrow night for Esper Genesis.
Another Vision of the Future. A different
yes,
one, but...
where I play a star being with a very large sniper rifle. And then that's about it until next week, where I have more things happening. But yeah, that's life.
Thanks, Zach. Always a pleasure. Really good stuff. And moving right along, Rob, you had a chance to get, Gideon was a character actually that I originally was like, I don't know. Like at first I wasn't even sure if it was actually a robot with a human head or something. And then I think you played it well, and obviously the little voice modulator you had helped as well. But I think you played it well in rendering a character that had, again, as we said about the vulnerability with Russ's character with Azul, there was a bit of that where I was just like, I don't think she's I mean, she's young, so like whatever. I know all about that. Like I deal with this age group quite a bit. And I was like, but there was something different about the. There's a core of it underneath where she's not bad. Like her mom is a disaster, so like she's reacting to her mother being a disaster, and generally my sympathies always go to the kid and away from the parent in that situation. And I mean, listen, the parent who puts you in a robot suit
till you're 18,
till you're 18
y'all.
has got some issues. So,
she's been through some stuff. She's been through some stuff. She's dealing with parents whom she clearly doesn't have an ideological agreement with.
Right.
She's trying to act like an adult when she's clearly not one yet.
Yep.
So she's basing the way she's acting and talking off of what she's seen and trying to interpret it, having not quite lived it yet. Yep. So it's going through that filter. I mean, I think everyone here can say they've experienced that moment where it's like, I always thought I was acting so adult until I actually was an adult. And then I was like, yeah, I got 99% of that wrong. So that's kind of the, if there's one benefit of age, it's being able to look back on all the other stuff you did and be like, yeah, that wasn't it. But she doesn't have that luxury yet, or she doesn't have that knowledge yet. So it was kind of fun to play that sort of middle of the gray where it's like, I understand this so much better than everybody else, but I still don't understand a damn thing.
Yep.
Which is, again, it's always like, no matter how, again, I'm not a parent, but I've done developmental studying sometimes, and I for a brief window of time taught kids, and the one thing you always see about kids is that they never want to be talked to like they're kids, but they will always act like kids when given the opportunity, no matter how mature they act.
Right, which is why you have to remember them as being neither adults nor younger children than they actually are. If you meet them where they are and don't pretend that they're like, oh, we're friends, when what they really want is they want guidance, but they also want to be taken seriously. And if you take them seriously as what they are, that helps a lot. And yeah, I was also going to say something, Rob.
It's fun to play that, but it's also very, it always feels a little bit like the weird sort of anime out of tune, disjointed voice where it's like, if I make this sound any higher, it's going to sound like cliche.
I was worried that her character would actually
go
that way, and it turned out that it didn't. It veered off, from that before it got to that point. Also, just one thing before you go on, and then I'll let Dot say goodbye as well. But I just wanted to say quickly, kudos to Nintendo too. A lot of people have talked about the fact that the Switch has been an excellent console for indie games, which is 100% true. If you look at the language of this, and this is not like radically violent or anything, but Nintendo would not have put this on a console of theirs 15 years ago, right? But this is actually a game that pushes things a little bit for Nintendo. So good for them for letting people decide what games they want to play on their platform within reason. You're not going to play, porno games on here, but there are versions of games, I think, like this that push the envelope a little bit in a way that they let people do. So kudos to them. And it wasn't that, like I said, it was like $12 or whatever it was. So it was not that bad price-wise. Anyway, sorry, Rob, go on.
No, I think that's totally, I mean, the weird thing about, and I have to be a little careful with what I say here, because I've tried to explain this, like while I play Persona 5 or other games like that, is that Japan and Japanese developers have tried to broach like LGBTQ topics or, people with, non-gender binary pronouns or, things of that nature. And they don't always stick the landing, and I'm not saying that that's a problem that's just synonymous with Japanese developers. Go play Cyberpunk. You make your decision.
Well, that's like the point that I was going to make is like, look at this game in comparison to Cyberpunk. This is a futuristic world. It is technically a cyberpunk world.
Absolutely.
Nobody is over-sexualized or hypersexualized.
Right.
The concept of gender is vast and broad, very clearly, as well as like just the world. Like I have to give them kudos because this shows you why cyberpunk is such a problem. Like...
And just that, and it 100%, and just that it's on this console at all, because it's just this Nintendo consoles used to be pretty much a closed system. Right. I mean, they still, in the long run, they are, but if it didn't pass muster for Nintendo, it was like, there's a reason why Nintendo burned the Nintendo seal of approval a long time ago. It was for this, so that they could
for stuff like
so they could put this stuff out here, but they would step back from having any responsibility to it. And actually, they're doing it much better than, say, Steam.
No, I agree.
Who,
Also,
every time I open Steam now, I'm like, what the hell is on the front page of this platform?
Because Steam is for everything right now. Just very quickly, because I want to make sure we get done and let Doug
Yes,
get
of course,
let everybody get
of course,
out
of course, of course.
I just wanted to say the other thing is that, to go back to that cyberpunk point, the other thing to remember is that cyberpunk in its original form is a dated concept in a way, because it comes originally, as we know, from Neuromancer and from works of that time, that is very set in an 80s vision of the way the future would look. And cyberpunk is in general something which I think can get a lot of concepts properly done, but in a way, the sort of, and I don't want to speak against Cyberpunk 2077, which I haven't played, but the impression that I've gotten from everyone that I've heard from who's talked about this is that Cyberpunk 2077 has a little bit of a limiting component to how it imagines the future will look. And for a game like this, which of course is much different in fields, a visual novel, whatever, this is a game which suggests a much more expansive and I think much more likely to be reality future, where there are definitely major issues. Look at what's going on with Cabra, and it touches on those. But there are other aspects that may become more expansive and not less so. So remember, nothing gets dated faster than science fiction, because it's always of its time. And so it's hard to push things forward unless you work in more universal concepts. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, because I know cyberpunk sometimes can be the new hotness, but like, it's nice, as Dot said, it's nice to see someone trying to do something a little broader.
I also remind everyone, like, cyberpunk is oh Lord, I could go off on a whole spiel. Transhumanism, retrofuturism are different than cyberpunk.
Right.
And they're different issues within each of them, but I think sometimes we meld them into this, like, we take all the potatoes and mash them, and we expect that they're all one and the same thing, and they're not, in terms of sci-fi and the way we look at sci-fi. And I think when we handle transhumanism in a real poor way, and then slap cyberpunk over top of it, we actually give cyberpunk a bad name as like a an aesthetic and an outlet for storytelling. So anyways, I have feels. I'm sorry, I could go down that rabbit hole.
That's okay, but it's true. Also,
yeah,
when we lose the punk,
people
don't
use
lose
those
the
terms
punk in cyberpunk, please. You know,
people have used the terms cyberpunk and steampunk for a catch-all for things that's just like, it's like the words don't even mean anything anymore. It's like when people attack socialism, it's like the words have stopped having meaning to them after a certain point.
Anyway,
which is why we need to re-educate people what the hell they actually mean.
Look it up, y'all. Transhumanism.
And with that, I'm just going to say that's it for me for this month on this channel. Thank you, everybody who was watching my whatever I was doing here on this channel tonight, and for D&D. I had fun playing that character, though. There was a moment when she stepped in the cab that I was like, oh no.
Okay.
And but there's a real character there too. They didn't make her a joke, which I think was really important. So that was fun. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for this month. So if you guys want to see me again, come back next month for me being on D&D and on this show again. And until then, you can come watch me on my channel over at twitch.tv/GCDarksideRob, where I'm playing through a whole slew of games. I'm actually going to do an indie night tomorrow night where I play some smaller titles, some titles where we do some voiceover stuff, get through some of the backlog that I have on Steam, which is hilarious because I just bought 2 games that were on sale tonight, including The Room, the new Room release that just came out, and Blasphemous was on sale, so I've been wanting to get that for a while, which that game looks nuts. And then I'll also be doing some music production and other video game streaming and YouTube stuff. Yeah, the Room 4 Old Sins. I've been needing to play a really good puzzle game on my stream for a while, considering the last one that I actually played was probably the Talos Principle. I haven't played many puzzle games in a while, and Antichamber before it. So yeah, that one seems like it could be really cool. So come watch me on my channel on Friday. Follow me on YouTube, and I will see you guys next time on this channel. Love you all.
Thanks,
great.
Rob. Good
Thanks
stuff.
for watching. Thanks
Also
for
wanted
being
to
here.
quickly say hi to Crit Twitch, hi to Rock God, hi to Commander Dunsel. Thank you for the resub, Commander Dunsel. And yes, it is 100% not actual cyberpunk ideology. I agree. In fact, as we've talked about, Dunsel, Shadowrun is a lot more cyberpunk ideology than, and Shadowrun does other things, including aspects of transhumanism, sometimes better than others.
Yep.
But that is very much more cyberpunky than Cyberpunk 2077 is. I absolutely agree. Anyway, moving right along. But thanks, Rob. Good stuff tonight. And lastly, Dot, you of course had the longest running thing because you had to invest Lena with something, and it's interesting too because I can imagine as an actor it can be difficult to play I don't want to call it the straight person, like I don't mean
straight man,
but like the straight man, right? Like I don't the person who's got everyone else has got to bounce off of. But I think the interesting thing is that there is such intense emotionality about the way that she goes about driving a cab and all that sort of stuff, and I thought you handled that well in trying to render both her own thoughts but then having to figure out how to deal with these different people that are wildly different from each other. So
her inner monologue is it's written like a noir. It's very heightened in its language versus like how she dialogue communicates.
Which may also have to do with the Capra reference, by the way.
Yes.
Right. Actually.
Yeah. So I just think it's really interesting. Like this kind of her inner monologue is very grounded sometimes, or it feels very grounded. So, anyways, I think it's neat. It's cool. I want to make her grounded because the other the characters are who she's toting around. You know what I mean? And so it's always important to have. I always think in a story, you always have to have the character that the audience can relate with in times of like chaos.
That wasn't Aganon, you think? In the
that was I don't know. Who am I to tell you, audience?
I've been where Aganon is so many times.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's something kind of almost normal about her, which actually offsets her in a rather not normal space. Like the city seems like out of place. So anyways, it's very cool. Y'all got my feels on the game. I think it's really cool. I think there's a lot of really positive things that I have to say about it. On top of the fact that all their joy is choice.
Yeah.
Choice style, y'all. Okay, I'm Dot. You can find me online as Little Red Dot. I roll dice, I play games. I'm the Twitch producer for Kobold Press, and you can find me producing podcasts over at Pod by Night, where we play a lot of ETM. We launch Season 2 actually tomorrow. I'm going to prep our Season 2 premiere for Stitch of Fate, our Pod by Night podcast. So yeah. That is me. That's what I'm up to when I'm not here once a month doing this thing.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, Dot. I'm glad that you are still doing this thing and that I have these wonderfully talented friends and actors to be able to join us on this channel. I feel very lucky about it. And more people should spread the word and know so that we can get all these people checking out how talented they are and, all that kind of thing. So, but I want to thank chat, if we could get some love for the amazing and awesome Arvocalists. Thank you to Little Red Dot, to GC Darkside Rob, to Zach Clay, and to Russ Guberman. Much love to all of the wonderful Arvocalists. And folks, I will see you all soon. Bye for now.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. That is going to do it for... Whoops. Hold on a moment. I thought that I had my camera on over there. What is this madness? I have been removed from my... Okay, hold on a second. I thought I did that already, but apparently I didn't. And there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching tonight. This was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy this. I also liked having something which was a little more contemplative and not as manic, It's don't get me wrong, it's nothing against sort of the actual, like what we were doing with Paper Mario I love, and I expect that I'm going to play some more of it down the line and all that stuff. But there is something to be said for having it where you can really get to hear these folks, hear their these folks have chops, right? Acting chops. And you can get a chance to actually see them act and improvise and character develop without it basically being a bunch of like mushrooms that have been crushed into a wall and now unfold, and then you have to figure out what their personality is in like 2 lines. That's not, optimal. So I think it was a good idea for us to switch gears and do something like this. I don't know how long NeoCab is. My guess is if we got through a day, I don't know how many days it is, but we got through some of it. We started the mystery. My guess is that we've got another at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 sessions of this, and then we'll see what's up next. We have a lot of different options available to us in terms of games. We always could at some point go back to Ace Attorney because we do like those games. It's just those things are a very strong flavor, so we usually can't play those more than a few months at a time because after a while, because they're just so intense, and sometimes, to be honest, Apollo Justice type games, I think, and Phoenix Wright games do suffer sometimes from pacing problems, where sometimes they're just too dragged out. You're like, I know what you're getting. Yes, that's the guy. Yeah, I know. Ugh. So despite the amazing, it's funny, and I have a lot of fun with it. But sometimes, it's got a limited shelf life. You play it, and then you're like, okay, now I need to take a break, and then to come back, and then all that kind of thing. So I'm glad you found it was fun. And yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that it's fun to see these folks work and do their action. So it was great to see that. Now, we are going to be back with you folks tomorrow, Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern again for Esper Genesis. I'm super excited about this. The campaign is going in different directions, which I did not necessarily anticipate at first, but they've got big stuff going on behind the scenes. There are sort of things at the backdrop that they've got to deal with, and it's space opera, and also for those of you who have seen the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which I'm going to tell you right now, I am very, very seriously considering moving that up the list to play after we're done with the Sorcery 3 game. We are going to finish Inkle, but even though I have streamed all of Mass Effect on this channel, Mass Effect as a series remains one of the two most extraordinary role-playing experiences I've had in the last decade, and probably one of my two highlight top stream games that I've played since I've been streaming on Twitch. And the reason is the character development, the gameplay. There's just a lot of great moments. Now, the storyline is now known to people, and the problem is that everyone and their brother is going to be playing this, but I do think it's going to be neat to actually have an opportunity for us to kind of go through that. So I'm very seriously considering playing through it again and having a chance to play the Legendary Edition this time. So I'm thinking about that, but we will see. I haven't totally decided, but I'm definitely considering its possibility. But anyway, my point is, with a world in which people are excited about the return of Mass Effect and such, that to me is what makes something like Esper Genesis fit perfectly into that. So if you want to see the tabletop thing that Mass Effect might sort of be represented by, because Esper Genesis is very influenced by that, then you want to come check out this show, because the cast members are great, and the design of it is great, and so it's a great campaign, great adventure, great system, and I'm glad to be GMing it. So that's happening on Friday, and then Saturday night, remember, we have got D&D with viewers. So if you have ever wanted to play D&D with me, you will get an opportunity to do that. I am excited to bring people back into the fold. I do that every other month. And then on Sunday, we have got Speculate and the Blades in the Dark campaign that we've been running once a month on this channel with Brandon O'Brien as GM. So we've got Esper Genesis tomorrow, D&D with viewers on Saturday, and then we've got Blades in the Dark on Sunday. And that will set us up leading into the end of the month next week, believe it or not. We will have, of course, the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month, which is, speaking of punk, Frostpunk. And then we'll have the next game in the next session in the Talisman Adventures new tabletop role-playing game with our sponsored Pegasus Spiele sponsored campaign over on GOG. So it's going to be a lot of awesome tabletop game playing, which is going to be good stuff. So yeah, we occasionally, once in a while, I heard some stuff, Rock God, I heard some rumors that this tabletop thing was okay. And so even though really I'm mostly a Fortnite streamer, I was like, maybe I should give this thing a shot. Yes, we love tabletop, as you know. But for anyone who doesn't, it's my favorite type of game. Specifically, D&D is my favorite game. But I love the tabletop systems that I've been blessed to be able to be introduced to. Playing in the Rebel Crown series that you folks had a chance to see earlier this month. Playing Talisman Adventures, playing Esper Genesis, playing Adventures in Middle Earth, playing all of these different systems. Wilderness of Mirrors, which was my assignment on Possible game. Which reminds me, by the way, that there are two possibilities that I'm thinking about that may jump in at some point. I don't know if it'll be just a one-shot or if it'll be something that I might do as a larger campaign when one or two of the other games sort of shut down or for whatever reason, which, might be just because one comes to its natural end or whatever. Other things that I'm thinking about with sort of different wrinkles. So I'm enjoying looking at these different systems, and my favorite, I think, is likely to remain D&D for a variety of reasons, because D&D itself is changing as time goes along. But there's a lot of great systems out there that I've enjoyed learning about and playing and even running myself. And so, yeah, I look forward to doing some more of that as time goes along. But anyway, clip it. Yes, there will be. But that's going to be it for me, folks. And if you enjoyed what you saw and heard today, I hope you will follow the channel. I hope you will check out the YouTube as well with !ArvTube and subscribe to me over there because you can find all the past broadcasts of this and other streams. And also because that way we can get up to that 1,000 subscriber goal that I have so that I can monetize the channel, which I'm only doing because it will allow me to live stream over there if it ever becomes necessary to do so. I don't plan to go anywhere. I love Twitch, but if anything were to happen to Twitch, and who knows, it would be nice to have a backup plan. So I have about 777 subs over there at YouTube. It's free to do that if you have a Google account. So if you're able to sub, it doesn't cost you anything, but it would help me out. So please consider doing that. !ArvCord is our Discord channel where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. And that is obviously newly formed with Elv and with Terry Toons, who redid it, and she did a great job, and they both did a great job. It looks great and awesome. So anyway, there's that going on. And then we've got !Arv tweets for my Twitter. Follow me over there, and I can give you information about when we're going live and stuff like that. New and improved website, which has had some things fixed and some stuff in the back end fixed, and which is going to have some more stuff coming in the future, thanks to Craigery, who was here earlier, who did some work and fixed things for me and was awesome. And I can't say enough about how relieved I am to have someone to help me out a little bit with the web stuff. So that was arvanelleron.com. The financial side, !Arv Shop is the merchandise area where you can get stuff for Infinity and Beyond, Adventures of Middle-earth, and soon to be Esper Genesis. Quick note as well that there probably will be going through some changes, the merchandise area, over the next 4 to 6 months. I'm probably going to be changing things around a little bit and making some alterations. That also is going to depend on how the web platform looks. But I would like to be able to add some other stuff there. I'd also like to be able to add this logo that you see up at the top right. I'd like to be able to make that something that we do as part of the stuff that we sell, mostly because I'm proud of this logo. I really like the Arvanelleron logo, and I would like to be, I'm going to get a shirt because I think it's cool. And I'd like it to be able to be something that is also a way that people can also, especially around the time of ArvCon, I was thinking about maybe doing like a thing where you would buy an ArvCon shirt and maybe I would then donate like 80% of the proceeds of like sales of those particular shirts. And the only reason the 20% wouldn't is because 20% would go to like upkeep of putting the like design and stuff like that up there, but like 80% would go to maybe like an ArvCon 2021 shirt, because we're going into, it's going to be, I believe, our 6th ArvCon, if I'm not mistaken, folks, coming up here, and we raised $4,000 last year for the for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. We're probably going to be going back to the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation for many reasons. We're probably going to be doing that again this year, but I would love to be able to meet or exceed that goal. And so that is going to be coming in May. But again, we're almost into March, so we're closing in on only about 2.5 months away. So that sort of thing. A lapel pin, that's a cool idea, actually. That is a cool idea. Or a pin. Yeah. That's a good idea, Dunsel. I agree with you. So yeah, that's something I'm thinking about. So anyway, merchandise changes may be coming down the line. You're right about that. That's a good call, Dunsel. And Arenth, and also hi, Arenth. That's a good call, both of you. That's a good call. You're right. It would look good that way, wouldn't it? Yeah. So anyway, I'll think about it, and I will consider, but that would be pretty sweet. Wait, that's a word I don't know. Is that cloisson? What is that, Triffid? I know it's French, but what does that stand for? Is that like a brooch? I don't know what a cloisson is. I've never actually heard of that word before. What is a cloisson? I'm hoping it's French, and it's not like, no, it's cloison, you uncultured boor. I have not heard from Kerflop, actually, Shadowed, and I would like to. You're not sure how to describe. I can look it up later. That's cool. I was like, ooh, a new word that I haven't heard. So I always like that. So anyway, I will have to go look that up anyway. Regardless, that's a good idea. So Arv Shop, !ArvTreon is the Patreon. That number has jumped back up. Oh, sort of metallic and animal. Cool. That's very cool. That number has gone back up, which is great. I really want to get that number higher. The higher we can get the number, the more that we can pay the Arvocalists, the more that we can add other things back to the channel. I've just been thinking about this a lot looking at my videos. This camera that you guys are looking at right here has made a huge difference for me in looking back at my videos. If you go back to the way that the vids looked in 2012 when I started streaming, April 2012 to now, like I've been through more webcam adjustments or whatever, but I'm really happy with this camera. And this is just with the kit lens. Down the line, when I save up a little bit, I can get even a better lens than this, which would be good for streaming. I only have the one light panel, but when I move to the new house, I'm going to get one other light panel. So I have one here, so that it will improve it. And just all of this is making the feel of the stream even more professional to me. I'm not, I don't foresee myself going green screen and going all super. I don't know that I would do that, but I very much want to make my stream feel like something both audio and video wise that looks really good, and that is good to watch and be a part of, because I want people to enjoy the experience, and I want to be able to put together a high quality stream. So anyway, that sort of thing is. So this support of the Patreon goes into things like that, goes into stuff which directly affects the stream and or my writing, which is awesome because it means that I get to do more stuff like submit things for the game that I'm the lead writer for and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, thank you to all of you who have supported me and made it possible to do that. Thanks, Rock God. Yeah, I'm just really happy with it. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's, that everyone say it's the greatest of all time, but I think it's a really good camera, and it's just, to me, just so night and day from the webcam that I had for a long time. Again, it's nothing against the webcam, but I'm just really happy with how this looks. So I am pleased. So thank you to all of you who made that possible. So yes, the Patreon, please support that. You can get inspirations for the players, copy of one of my band's albums. You can get an epic poem written about you, character background written for you, and we as a channel move towards rewards that the channel can have as a whole. So please consider jumping on board for that. And also please consider subscribing to the channel, as Commander Dunsel kindly did, as he has done multiple times. It's true. And actually, and as you move in farther, see, I think the depth of field is cool. I maybe it's a gimmick, but I think they call it bokeh, right? I think that looks awesome. And if you move back further, it's less that way. But again, in the new place, I'll be able to change things around. Yeah, I dig it. So, yeah, and I got the white balance right also, pretty much, which is nice, so that I look somewhat semi-normal. Yes, but anyway, so the Patreon and the subsystem. So again, those of you who subscribe, thank you. If you haven't, please consider doing so. Get those custom sub badges and emotes and inspirations to help the players as well. On the publishing side, make love to the camera. Exclamation point Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts. Again, more details coming about Athos Arts and an involvement in a new project of mine fairly soon. Exclamation point library for Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, which is my 5e compatible adventure and source book. Again, digital edition is out. Print edition is sitting in U.S. Customs. Please, U.S. Customs, I beg of you. We have a sane government now. Please release these books so that people can actually have them that supported the Kickstarter and supported at that level. And also, so we can sell these damn books to places as well, because we really want to do that. And, of course, exclamation point. Also, exclamation point... Greyshade KS for my Greyshade Kickstarter, which is the Kickstarter that I am launching next month. March 16th is the target day for my Greyshade universe, my Greyshade novels, Greyshade Heretic, and Greyshade Renegade and Heretic are the 3 books in that series. Also a board game designed by Dylan Bertolo, which is really awesome. I've played it. He did an amazing job with it. Dylan Bertolo, who is the game designer of Sprawl Ops from Shadowrun, which made over $100,000 on Kickstarter. Dylan is a rising star in game design, did a great job with this. Also, the tabletop game, which is going to be produced by Alligator Alley Entertainment, designed by Aaron Rosenberg, veteran game designer and author. I'm very excited for that. I think that's going to be man, I'm just as excited about that as I am about the board game, honestly. And of course, the novels are my baby, so I'm really excited about those. And an audiobook from Mr. Trendane Sparks, who is, as you all know, amazing. So that's coming, plus surprises and stuff like that. Very exciting, a very big project for me. And that is happening next month, as I say. March 16th is the date for that. Lastly, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter. Again, really important to affirm and assert the importance of Black lives and supporting Black lives in multiple ways, and not just because we saw some protests during the summer, but because it is important to continually affirm something which has not often been affirmed in many places in the world, and we need to do that actively. And so that is a link where you can find resources, information, education, political advocacy, stuff like that, and places where you can donate resources as well. Exclamation point Help Now is the World Health Organization suicide prevention page. Thanks, Dunsel. The suicide prevention page, World Health Organization, exclamation point Help Now, really important to read reach out to others if you feel they need help, and to reach out when you need help as well. Both of those things need to be in play also. Last thing, I just remembered this and I forgot. If you haven't done so already, I'm going to be presenting, I'm going to be a panelist basically doing 3 things this weekend. I have got going on, and I wonder if they have the schedule up here, but I'm going to be presenting as part of Farpoint, which is a convention that I've done for many years. It was typically in Baltimore, but at the moment, obviously it is virtual because vaccines are on the way, but they're not all the way there. So obviously, so we are virtual. And so we have got our schedule here, and I think actually the schedule is now available here. And let me put up, I'm going to put this down here. Thank you, Triffid, very much. Thank you. And that right there is the schedule that you can do. And if you go to, where am I? If you go to QY, there we go. This is, wait for it, I got it. That's me. I'm going to be doing a panel at 11 a.m. Saturday, February 20th. So that's this Saturday at 11 a.m. I'm going to be doing a panel on online civility and social media, and that is going to be fun, let me tell you. I'm going to be participating in a panel there, and that is going to have Jay Smith and Stephen Kozanowski, who I think I've been on panels with both of them at Farpoint before, talking about that. Then Sunday, February 21st, I'm going to be moderating a panel, again with Jay Smith and Nathan Schnell, about using podcasting and other new media to tell your stories. Again, I think I have something to say about that because I've done stuff like that before, like on Twitch, for instance. And then at 1 p.m., I'm going to be doing a version of my talk that I have done at several conventions. I did it at Dragon Con. I also did it at Gen Con, and I've done it, I believe, at Origins once as well. And that is story building in books and games, dungeon mastering for the writer, writing for the dungeon master, where I talk a little bit about the ways that aspiring dungeon masters can learn from writing techniques and how writers can learn from dungeon mastering techniques to make better worlds, better stories, and things like that. Yeah, I hope so, Dunsel. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's exactly what we're hoping for, so we will see. But yes, but anyway, so yeah, so that's happening here. And if you register, and I think it's free to register if I'm not mistaken, you can go and be a part of this. And I would love to see people pop in there. The talk is definitely going to be something where I'm going to present and then take questions. So I'll be able to take questions from people, and you can make some, we can have a discussion basically and talk a little bit about those things in that talk. Also can talk a little bit about questions and then the online civility and social media and storytelling with new technology. So you're all smart cookies, you're all good people, and you're all Arvanauts. So I'd love to see you all there and to be a part of this if you can. So I wanted to remember to say that if I got the chance to do so. And so, yeah, that's the deal with that. Also, please do not let me forget, I don't want to talk about this now, but tomorrow, if my mods especially who are going to be around tomorrow, anyone who's here actually, who's going to be here tomorrow at Esper Genesis, please remind me that I want to talk about 2 things that Alligator Alley is working on relating to a Kickstarter that they've got going, a small little one, part of Zine Quest. That they've got going, and also one that they're doing for this magazine I spoke about called Daring Do. This is to help out the Adventure Game Store, which is owned by Brian Dalrymple, who is the co-founder of Alligator Alley. As you know, game stores, like a bunch of other businesses, have taken it on the chin, and running a game store in Florida is no fun right now, given the circumstances of what we're dealing with the obviously the pandemic. So I'm trying to help out by talking about this stuff. So please don't let me forget to talk about that more tomorrow with Esper Genesis, because that's when it makes most sense to do it. So yeah, I want to make sure I do that. Now, I want to say thank you to everyone who made this so awesome. We are going to do a raid today, a small one, but it will be a raid. If you are not a sub, you're going to do this. The Arvanauts have landed, followed by Twitch raid. Lowercase Twitch, uppercase R, lowercase AID. If you are a sub, you are going to do this, which is the Arvanauts have landed, and then you got Arvany Hype, Arvany Twitch Raid, Arvany Roar, Arvany Woe, Arvany Witch, Arvany What, Arvany Love, Arvany Smug, all the Arvanys you can do when you get brought over automatically. Please go ahead and do the raid, and then, you feel free to go wherever you like after that, but good for them, good for us, good all the way around. I want to thank everyone who made this an awesome stream tonight. Thank you to my wonderful mods, to Rock God, to Shadow Mage, to Triffany Mats, all the best in the business, as I've said many times. Shout out Phil Betterman, and I hope everything continues to look on the up and up as we go through stuff, so hang in there, dude. And also keep us posted. Thank you so much to Nonstop. Nonstop. Is Nonstop still here? Is Nonstop around? because Nonstop told us the last stream that he was in the hospital because he had been... Nonstop, how are you feeling? Before I go any further, how you doing, man? Are you still in the hotel? I mean, the hotel. Oh, God. The hospital? Hotel. Okay, well, that's good, Shadow. But still, you know. Are you still... How are you doing? You got home yesterday? Awesome. I'm really glad to hear that, dude. I actually talked about this with my wife a little bit. I was worried. I'm glad. I'm really glad that you're doing better. Good. So, Nonstop, you're awesome. Good, dude. I'm glad. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to Rock God, to Shadow Mage, to Triffity Mats, to Nonstop. Thank you to Commander Dunsel. Thanks for the resub, Dunsel. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And for the idea also about the pin to both you and Aaron. Thank you. Thank you to Crit Twitch, as always. Thank you to Aaron. Thank you to Mrs. Dunsel as well for being awesome. I don't think you resubbed today. You're awesome anyway. Thank you. Thank you also to Mrs. Dunsel for always being, whenever I post something on Twitter about this channel or whatever, always, you know, responding to it with an awesome, GIF. I appreciate that, Mrs. Dunsel. Thank you. Thank you to my lovely viewers. Thank you to Adwin, another TT viewer, Carbo, Commander Root, Extra More, Foxy by Proxy, Galadriel Bot, Kobold Press. Thank you. Thank you to Live Suing, as always. Thank you to Tauntaums, to Trooper SJP, to Twitch Details, totally not a bot. Thank you to you, Christensen, V&K, to Violet's TV, to Virgo Praz, and to Wenchkin. Thank you so much to everybody. You're all lovely. And a special thanks tonight to my wonderful Arvocalists. Thank you again to Dot. Thank you to Rob. Thank you to Zach. And thank you to Russ. They are awesome. And I really enjoyed this tonight. That's it for me. I will see you lovely folks tomorrow at 8:30 for Esper Genesis. Until then, everybody be good to each other and stick around for the raid. I'll see you folks soon. Have a good night.